Hello and welcome to the 2026 World Climbing Series. It's almost time for Lead to have its debut this year. And as you can see, the sun is out in Wujiang. And although the outside temperature might be different, inside it's nicely controlled. 21 degrees and 39% humidity. My name is Matt Broom, and it is a pleasure to be joined by veteran, legend, and everything else, Sean McCall in the commentary box. How are you doing this morning, Sean?
Hey, good, Matt. Thanks for inviting me. Excited to be here.
Sean, I know obviously the goal was to get into semi-finals for you. Talk to me a little bit about qualies yesterday.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's the first one of the year. It's the first one of the season. I mean, long story short, obviously I didn't make it. I think I finished 45th, which is actually kind of far away. And it's nice to be able to talk about it before anyone's on the wall, too. But, I mean, last year I did 2 World Cups. I was actually quite bad. I just wanted to figure out what I needed to do for this year. This year I actually trained a lot better and I felt a lot better, and I guess technically I was better, but the level keeps going up, and yeah, I gotta still tweak a few things. But I'm excited. I'm gonna do a few more in the season. Not sure when, but my goal is just to make the Pan Ams. So you know, first one of the year, and I'm excited to be here, and it's nice to see familiar faces.
Well, you know these routes very well from yesterday. Chat to me about we're watching, by the way, the qualification highlights from yesterday. Talk to me about these routes sort of in a general sense.
Yeah, so this blue route was the one on the left, Route 1, I guess. It was a little bit more crimpy. You could have a little bit more pace on it. Pretty good feet, and just, you know, again, pumpy. Hard at the top. And then Route 2 was a little bit more open hand, very technical. You had to keep your feet on. For the women's side, I think this was Route, well, whatever, 3 or 4, one of them. Again, same thing. One of them was like a little bit more open hand. You had to move slowly, couldn't just sprint for the finish. And then one of the routes, and again, I always forget which one on the women's because I'm so focused on the men's, was significantly harder than the other. Although I don't remember how many tops are on either, but one of them before the halfway mark,
I think it was Route 2,
hard.
because I heard Yanya come down and say, "Ooh, that was hard."
Yes,
and it was
yes,
Route
yes.
2 on the right-hand side.
So the far right-hand side. Oh yeah, and many were falling in the last 3 moves. But again, it's nice to not see 10 double tops. So the routes are hard. Even the competitors love that.
Yeah, in terms of tops, the only athletes to get double tops was So, Yanya Gambra and Annie Sanders. Erin Moniz was close, though, the top of the 40-plus for her. And didn't have the best boulder round the other day, not making finals for her, anyway.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting, just, you know, doing 2 routes, getting a feel for the style of route setters, the feeling of the wall. I actually really love the wall, very, very basic, actually, but then with all the volumes, it changes it to whatever aesthetic the setters want to do.
Yeah, and we're watching here the Shehyun So, who did not make the boulder finals the other day. Lead, and that's the move at the top, that big barn ball swing. It was a bit brutal. And then the men's open hand route.
Yes, this was the one where open hand, a little bit of slopers. Again, some very technical things. And then, yeah, that reverse dihedral at the top, which only a few people managed to get up to and do. But hard routes.
He had a fantastic round, Luca here, as he bounced his way up. Yeah, he was kind of over the moon about that one. I think a surprise for him as well.
Yeah, he was on the left route first, and he had in the end, actually, it was pretty good. He was, I think, 13 or 15, but he thought he had to do a lot better on the right route, so he really locked in, topped the second route, and now was qualified in, you know, 8 or 9 or 10. And would have actually qualified for semis with a much lower result, but I think he had a little sense of urgency and did really well in that second round.
Well, we are looking at the starting list. The athletes will come out in the opposite order from where they qualified. So the athletes coming out first, qualified last. The athletes coming out last, qualified in the top spot. Some draws along the way at the tops, but separated by world rankings. And Mia Krampel is onto the stage. You can just see in the background, and I can't actually see who's for the men down there. We'll have a look in a minute. And Satomi Yoshida down at the bottom. Nia Suzuki coming near the top as well. Both of them in fine, flowing forward. It's Zento Morishita, by the way, coming on. And for the women, Mia Krampel, we can see. I talked to her yesterday. She showed me her Whoop band, which had 0 sleep on it. She was that nervous about this competition.
0 sleep, oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
pretty wild, though. It had like an hour and a half of rest, but no sleep.
That's great. That's why I stopped wearing wearables, is because that can only mess with your head. And I was like, absolutely not.
All right, well, both athletes underway. The clocks are ticking, as you can see on our split screen there. The athletes have 6 minutes. Obviously, the clock will start when the individual athlete pulls off the ground. That's why there's a bit of a difference in the time. And Sean, let's look at the men's first of all. Not the easiest beginning for the men. You know,
So it's super funny. You just campused with move 2 and 3, which is exactly the same campus sequence as the qualifier that was on the same part of the wall. But the start of the men's route, when we got a chance to talk with the route setters, is a little bit harder at the beginning. The women's route for the first, again, I'm only saying like the first 6 or 7 moves are a little bit easier, but then right again where Mia is, they said right away it gets actually pretty hard through this section, and the 2 last green balls are deceivingly bad.
Yeah, the one she's about to come up, so you match this, it's this left hand that's surprising. It looks like a jug, doesn't it?
It looks like a jug, and they said because your feet are really under you, it's like getting up over a little bulge, and so it's harder than it looks.
Mia's going to try it with a high heel. Keep an eye on
There,
Zento.
that move right there. Yeah.
You've got to be accurate, haven't it? 'Cause it's blocked.
Yep.
And then Zento crosses over with the left hand. You were saying when you were looking at these routes, kind of fairly easy to read, most.
Yeah, they're easy sequences to read, probably very hard to do in practice, and then it's actually really interesting, Zento right here. These next few moves, you have to go again off that next right hand, and you do a weird rose move, and I'm curious if they'll all read it correctly, because I think the right hand's really bad, but I read it as a double shoulder, because there's a pink hold that you'll see him grab eventually, but it's a little bit hidden. You can maybe see it by now, but it is a really cool sequence. So right here you do a little rose, and then you have to fix it before.
Yeah, Zento's had very good results back in the day. 2024 in Briançon, he got the gold medal, but since then it's consistent semi-finals, less finals along the way for him.
And Mia just like rocketed through that section, and then I thought that section would be harder. It's always hard to watch a climber and gauge how hard I think it's going to be, because some people just make things look effortless and others make it look really, really hard, but then it's actually okay. But she did that section really well.
And that famous splits that she's good at, that flexibility. She has a big drop knee in as well. Now watch Zento. This is the move you thought was pretty hard to read, maybe.
This one's hard. It's a big feet first section, and you lose your feet really quickly. So you do this next move, and then you're kind of campusing for 2 moves, and then you get a heel out left.
And then into this sort of feet first sequence, a little bit of a down climb at the second as well. You're right about Mia, by the way. She is so quick.
Yeah.
She's almost on the head wall. Zento's only halfway through. So there you go, just to give you an idea of the different speeds of the athletes. Of course, different routes here. Mia maybe starting to get pumped now. That right arm looking in trouble. Still going, no, and the foot pop.
Little foot pop, yeah, right at the end. But I had a chance to talk to Mia right after dinner yesterday too, and she was joking how she did so bad that she's now last, but she knew she just had to come out and have a really good climb, set the bar as high as she can. She'll be in first for whatever amount of time, but then she just gets to wait.
Yeah, so Mia is done, and Zento as well off camera. He fell just kind of a few meters before the head wall after that feet first section. So we have the sort of our sighting runs. It's always difficult to know where on earth that will be in the grand scale of things. But the women seems, from Mia's point of view, fairly climbable almost until the head wall. But who knows? It's Mia Crampel.
That's so hard too, because like if the statistics show these are the worst climbers, that would make me so stressed out that the first woman is in the head wall and has like 7 or 8 moves left, where at least the first climber for the men, there's still 15, 16 moves left, but right here, these moves look insanely hard. And then going into the shoulder, and then again, you kind of lose your feet, so your left foot's going up, and I think that might be a no-tex hold. Yeah,
Mia is one of those athletes, the bigger the occasion, the better she seems to be. And Quali is occasionally, she just has those moments where she's, you know, nervous in this case, or just not quite switched on, and then as it gets harder, she seems to get better. Usually, anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Right, next to out, Ashvin Uar-Orits is coming out in a minute, and then Ariana Zhichenko from Czech Republic will join us on the stage in a second.
It's interesting too, they did tell us that they will not wait for the opposite gender to start the next climber. They just happen to have fallen at roughly the same time, and that's why they're basically going to come out at the same time.
Yeah, good spot, Sean, and we can see some of the coaches there. And there is Arena there coming out. Sorry, I said her name wrong. Arena comes out from the Czech Republic. One of our younger athletes, and it's good to see people like this starting to break through onto this big stage.
No, it's always really good seeing the next generation of climbers Curious how well they're going to do in their first season, first 2 seasons, and then you kind of set that as a baseline. That they're either going to go back to the training board and keep training and get better results, but that's where it's really helpful to have a team behind you. So maybe you have a friend in finals, or just more mentors and more people to climb with.
Yeah. And of course, we will be heading to Prague for lead this time instead of the usual boulder competitions, which is going to be great. And you might go there too, right?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm trying to get there, but it's hard. I got a lot of stuff going on back home, so it might not be till later in the year you see me again.
All right, well, both athletes off the deck. Alshin on the left, Arena on the right-hand side. It'll be interesting to me to see whether Arena makes it seem a little bit more difficult on that move we were told was hard, because Mia didn't seem to find it.
Oh, yeah. These climbers have a good way of making moves look easy that are hard.
Yes, which can frustrate the life out of a route setter on occasions. And this Arena, although it is controlled temperature-wise, it's an interesting one because it does tend to alter a little bit depending on how many people are in the auditorium. But the humidity is staying at the moment about 38%, so not changing yet. Ashlyn with a nice little knee bar there.
See that, yeah. It's funny too because mostly climbers much prefer indoor venues because it can be climate controlled. And it's interesting because some venues get overly hot, and then they're like, this is a climate-controlled room. Someone turn on the AC, and they're like... but no, they did really well. I actually walked in here this morning with no one in here, 10 or 20 people, and it was cold.
It was, and it's getting warmer. And this is why I'm going to keep an eye on it, because this venue does change a little bit throughout the course of the day. Now, Arena has very low toes, didn't like it, and now goes...
Yeah. And maybe this is what they were talking about, because if you get the next green on and you have a toe hook, you do have to do a hard cut.
Yeah, she's going to have to release that toe, and does nicely now. Alshin climbing slow and steady on the left-hand side of your screen. Yeah, definitely a different kind of route it feels like for Arena at this point. Mia just saw it, did it, sort of moved on.
Yeah. Yeah, she's stopping, matching. So, like, yeah, it's good texture, but you still need to get up and over, and gets through the section very nicely.
Yeah, it was a different method, wasn't it? Sort of a bit more statically, which allowed her not to miss that blocked hole, which is obviously what you'd want to avoid.
I like this view.
Now, this little is cool, isn't it? This little sort of move to the right for the women. It's all about the toe hook.
Yeah, this toe hook out right, and yeah, you really got to keep tension. If the right foot blows, you're gone.
Yeah, so that's the toe we're talking about on the right-hand side. And you were asking whether it's possible without that toe?
Yeah, that's what I was asking the route setters, and they said that it is possible, but it'll be harder. So we hopefully won't see it.
Yeah, look at that manipulation of the toes. She's trying to get double toes.
Yeah, super nice. And then you can do a big cross. Oh, she goes right hand first.
Nice climbing from her. And then Alshin on the left has two knee bars.
Knee bar, yeah.
Could he bat? I've never seen a bat hang in a comp.
Hey, for sure he could, yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
He'll get a little rest in here before the down campus section, and then into that steep, powerful move at the end of the last head wall.
I love that from him. That's very smart climbing to spot that.
Yeah, and especially if it's comfortable, if it actually is a good rest.
So he now finds a right, but he is going back and forth a little bit here. He's going to have to commit, and now does. And that heel hook on that tiny jib above his head. Alshin rotates and campuses. Now Arena falls on the right. That was good work from her. A little lower than Mia, and Alshin goes in the background as well. You could start to see that one coming.
Yes. And this is where it is. The first climbers obviously both climbed higher, and it's super deceiving because then you see these next climbers, and like those sections are hard right before the section where the first climbers came out. So yeah, we start to see, I guess, the meat of these routes, and it definitely starts to get hard at the halfway point of these routes.
By the way, Mia Krampels just walked past our commentary box, and she said sort of, that was okay at us. You know, she's semi-happy, I think. So we're watching a replay here. This was a section she took her time on, which was nice to see. Mia at this point sort of bounced up. She did it a little bit differently, and this might be near where she fell now. He's scrubbing, just getting a little bit back on the arms.
Yeah, it was this move. I think she was doing the cross, and so she needed to get her left foot off and then do the little cross, and one of her hands actually just slipped right there, and then everything came off.
This was Auschwitz. The knee bars was good. I think he was putting him in because he was mega pumped.
Yes, yeah, definitely looked like that, because he really struggled to get down there, and then she did those really well, but you can tell here, looks like he's out of power. It'd be really interesting to see how pumped he was there, but that's a very physical move, and so you have to have a lot in the tank there.
All right, well, at 36, Martin Stranek is one of our veterans coming out onto the stage. Every year, I expect to see an Instagram post from him saying, look, I've got 2 twin kids at home. I'm done with this. But every year he comes back, and his results are still good. World champs, 25th, Copper, 28th. You know, they're impressive results from him. And then from Brazil, Mia. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Arena comes on here. Anya comes on. Goodness me. Anya comes on from Brazil, and one of our least experienced competitors, which is nice to see, sort of the veteran and the newbie on stage. So Martin Stranek into the pinch with the left hand, comes up with the right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's Anya's second semifinal. This is her 16th World Cup, and it's interesting. I saw her last year. She was in, I think it was Madrid, Chamonix and Madrid last year, and she wasn't in semifinals for those. Or she was in Chamonix semifinal and then not Madrid. And so it's cool to see her back in semifinals here, and she's a better climber this year.
Yeah, she's coming, isn't she? Bit by bit. Only 22 as well, so lots of learning to do. Martin, meanwhile, has high feet as he makes that flip. Yeah, no World Cup in Brazil this year in Curitiba. We'll be going to South America still, but Chile will be our location. Anya with a nice bump up. That move not causing any problems so far.
Yeah, and she did the section through the greens a lot faster, more like on par with what Mia did.
Yeah, you're right. That's similar style, wasn't it? Now Martin Stranek is on the crimps before this sort of slight feet first down climby section. And he's resting in a, what looks like an unusual position for me, but he's obviously found a good place for himself. But that heel is shaking away underneath him. And then Anya has the toe hook locked in for that right foot.
Yeah.
Martin looks like he's fighting right now.
Well, it was hard. He got stuck in a low heel and then realized he had to go semi-feet first. And so here he'll probably put in a little knee edge so he can do the clip.
Nice.
It's good from Martin. Right, let's see if he can recover in that position. He can shake out at least. Anya lost her feet for a moment, cut loose a little, pulled it back in, and she's nearing the top section of this middle part of the wall. Oh, that was just, she caught it with the fingertips on the right hand. Martin is still in his position. And this is where we lost our last competitor. That right foot looks a little bit more solid to me from Anya.
Yeah, the Arena had her feet more in a split. She's actually a lot taller. And then, yeah, does pass her.
In trouble there, maybe on the one line. No, she's good. I'm amazed. I thought she was going to snatch at that, but she really...
That looks really hard.
And Martin is still in position. Anya goes.
And you can tell by the body position, those moves are really hard now. Yeah, we do lose Martin at about the same spot. He didn't have his heel in yet. But again, it shows you how hard that small down campus out left and then to get your heel on and then to go again with your left hand is extremely burly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, she's got a smile on her face as she leaves the stage, and the crowd love watching that smile all the way through. It's great. Our commentary position is a bit different this year, and we are right by the exit point for all the athletes, so we will be able to tell you the emotions that they're going through.
Thank you, Marty.
This was her replay of the results, crossing through. Now that hold, yeah, it's not juggy, is it?
No, it's not juggy. It looks juggy, and then you see it on the replay, and you say, no, it's actually pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty nasty. And then that was the fall there.
And so this is the part that I'm talking about. You have to get, the knee bar helps for the clip, and then you have to get your hand on where he had his fingers, where he had his foot. Right here. You do a little down campus, and then you have to campus again left, and then get your heel on. So super powerful right at that halfway mark.
All right, next athlete out, and it is a local climber here. Junzhou Hua from China, from the People's Republic of China for the men. Mia Oyagi for the women for Japan. And listen to that crowd in the background. Super excited to see this. It was the same in Boulder. Whenever a Chinese climber even went vaguely near the mats, the reaction was unbelievable. Mia cuts loose, flowing through the bottom of the route.
Yeah, super young climber. This is his, what is it, 6th, 7th World Cup? And it's interesting reading through his stats. He actually made, in his first World Cup, semis when it was 26. And then only has done 5 since then. So this again will be his 2nd semis. But he's only 18 years old, so it's cool to see.
It really is, and of course, climbing exploding in China. We keep doing features, especially in Shanghai. There are literally hundreds of gyms in Shanghai right now, and everyone has a different style, a different sort of community base. It's such a cool place to be a climber at the moment.
What's really cool is I actually got to go to a couple of the gyms. Is they now have global holds. Before we used to come to China and they used to only have basically Chinese holds, or we'll say some knockoffs or some similarities between others. Now they just go and they get all the different types of holds everywhere.
And for an athlete, that's so important, isn't it? I like the double toes on the left.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And he's so close to the ground, it's slightly terrifying.
He has to take out a right toe hook to do the move, at least. But if it works, it works.
Yeah, and
there he goes back there.
Mia has toes as well. Right hand, right foot to toe in. Yeah, I think men's, it's always hard to know whether the athletes are over-resting and getting tired in a resting position or need to rest, but it's interesting how 2 have fallen after that knee bar section. As in, like, I wonder if the resting position is harder than it feels.
Yeah, it's always up to the competitors how much they really want to rest. And Mia flew through the toe hook section.
She's on it, isn't she? Look at this. It's like a speed run. 3 minutes 57 left on the clock for her.
This is her first World Cup too.
I think you've got to come in as a Japanese athlete and just show the selectors immediately that you're good, considering how many athletes they have. Junzhou has that right hand and goes left. Will he do the knee bar that we've seen a few times? Looks like he's thinking about it. No, he hasn't yet. Interesting. Mia, this cross-through move. Oh, barely looked like she was trying on that. A nice little pop. There's the knee bar. Junzhou Hua gets the right and the left. Now, this is what I mean, whether it's like, oh, he did take the hands off.
Little no hands yet.
Love it. Oh, doubles.
And Mia on the right here is doing really well. 2 moves away from the leader. Cruising. And interesting enough, in the results too, there was an appeal, unknown if it's against or for Mia Krample from Slovenia, but there's yellow next to her name, which means there has been an appeal in her name.
Yeah.
And we lose the Chinese athlete. It looks crazy actually. So he had the knee bar, and then he went to go do the cross under. Hopefully we'll see a little replay. And it's hard to unwrap from that position. But Mia on the right here, 1 move away from the lead. There you go, now she's gonna be in the lead.
Yeah, head wall.
Immediately, it's super hard.
Oh, down she comes.
So she had her foot in the right position too. Mia Krample had her feet low. She got the first one and then actually immediately slipped with her foot. And then Mia Oyagi got her foot up right away, and then it is a bump. And so, in my opinion, almost for sure gets the plus. She should have 33 plus. And I'm curious if the appeal for Mia Krample was a negative appeal because someone thought that she didn't deserve the 33, because there's no way the Slovenians would appeal for a plus, and it was clearly not.
Yeah, I'm chasing that one, by the way. I am on it. So we'll hopefully get a little bit of an update on the appeal situation as soon as possible.
From my recollection, also we saw the replay, and Mia Krampel is for sure 33, but we'll see it in updates as we see it.
So we have a little look at Mia's run. She flew through the bottom section, very, very speedy down low. This is where she started to fall, up with the right hand through the change in angle from 45 degrees to less of an angle at the top, and then finally coming down near that pinch section. So 4 done, and we will show you the scores at some point, I'm hoping, but you can keep updated with the scores on the World Climbing app. But Mia Oyagi is leading the way, Mia Krampel under appeal at the moment. Right, next 2 come onto the stage. Jan Stipek comes. Jan, again, one of our younger climbers. I did a little bit of content with him last year where we were wandering around Prague, which is a lot of fun. Victoria Meshkova back as well, one of our natural athletes in action here. So Jan, up he goes. Now this is where his right hand is where we saw the double toes before. Oh, sorry, yes, I'm taking the whole hold, aren't I? It was higher up. And Victoria underway off the ground as she gets going. Yeah, Jan is very interesting. He's one of our younger members, and it's great to see him doing so well for Team Czech Republic here. Yes, he's coming up to that toe up above his head on the right. Yet to see anyone really struggle with the section the route setters thought we might have some hesitations on. They reckon they definitely lose a few as we enter the red volumes.
Pretty sure Victoria was a Tokyo Olympian, qualified through the European Championship, the very last one, like last in.
Tokyo seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it? I mean,
don't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. Yeah. But what a performance for you. Yeah, the old triple format, of course, changed now for LA 28. So you got lead, boulder and speed as separate disciplines, which I think is a pretty cool result for everyone.
And you can see Jan in that position, so no one wants the rose, but the route setters did tell me it was a rose move. It's always funny when competitors don't want to do it. When you do a cross under 2, you put pressure on the arm before, so it's harder to fix, so that you can actually reach farther, so it's a bit more dangerous. And Victoria here is, this is the move you're supposed to put toe in. Okay, so she does it. Because if you don't put it in there, you can't put it in after, or it's very hard. But she does go for the toe.
So any misread is sort of compounded.
Yeah, and that's how I read it, to do, you match hands on each of the volumes, and one of the athletes spanned it, which is works totally fine as well.
A little flick of the hands from Victoria. She tries to get rid of some of the pump. Jan was very fast through.
Well, that's a section where we saw a lot of people struggle, so he's got through it quickly, actually. Come on. He did it with a toe there, so it's really interesting to see who's going to do a toe and who does a heel. He did it with a toe, which we'll have to see how other people do it.
He's getting lots of support. The crowd are loving his run here. And Victoria as well, climbing towards the head wall, the women's route. Oh, Jan falls. Yeah, the men's route, much more punchy in the middle section. The women's seems to sort of build towards the head wall.
Yes. And then as soon as the women pop over the lip, it's like bam, I think every move is going to be hard. First move over the lip, second move over the lip, and then the bump over the lip. We've seen the 3 women.
Scoreboard on the right-hand side, 33 plus is leading the way. Remember, Mia Krampel is under appeal. We'll have to wait and see. I've sent a message. We're waiting. Victoria there, 30.
Yeah, so they took away. 1 second.
So the appeal has been done. Victoria falls high up on. We'll wait for that to be updated. So Mia has been downgraded.
So Mia got downgraded, which to me is wrong. I can say that because I watched her climb and I think she deserved a 33. Obviously, they disagree, so you can ask someone else about that. But it was a negative appeal, which is a whole other.
So that's someone appealing against her.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's how do I put this? It's
You can have an opinion.
No, of course. It seems like it's like, oh, I don't like. It's not a I don't like you kind of thing. It's purely like within the competition. It's just it is a little bit strange.
Yeah, it's part of the game, isn't it? The other coaches are watching the other athletes, trying to make sure that their athletes, perhaps aren't down, don't get a disadvantage. And it is a bit of a game sometimes.
Yeah. And the reason it happens is because she literally got the hold and then her foot blew, and so they had to look at it and they were like, oh, she didn't hold the hold long enough before her foot blew, which again is a judging thing. And if you ask me, she got it. Obviously they reviewed it and they say she didn't get it, so they reviewed it from more than one angle.
Interesting stuff. All right, well, next couple come out. Kim Young-kwon comes out from South Korea, and then for the women, Harige comes out from Japan. We're watching Kim Young here. One of our younger athletes as well. As you said, you said to me the standard seems to be going up and up and up every year, and he's an example of this. He's one of the 80s, 18 years and 1 month, if I remember that correctly. No, sorry, 19 now on this stat system. So yeah, one of the younger athletes. And Seoul, he was 22nd, exactly the same in copper as well. So sort of consistent semi-finals in the last couple of years. We're just sticking with the men's, as Sean said earlier on. Once an athlete from a gender falls, we will then rotate them through. So the women running at slightly different times at the moment. Launching out. That was a wild move there from him. Then he puts this toe in, which we've seen lots of athletes do on this section. Like that camera angle, it's 45 degrees and 8 meters long, that is part of the route. So if you imagine if you ever climb in a kilter board, which is one of the World Climbing newest sponsors, by the way. Yes, imagine a 45-degree kilter board and how steep that feels, and then put it over 8 meters at a time. It's pretty intense. There is, representing Japan. Shocked onto the stage, nods to the Bila, and she will get underway. Kwon didn't spend much time faffing around down low. He's approaching traverse to the left. Climbing in that classic sort of Korean style, which is quite dynamic between sequences.
I was going to say it's a little bit easier to compensate when they're a little bit more spread apart, so we can focus on one. But obviously, as he gets into this knee bar traversing down climbing section, is where you've seen a lot of them pop off.
Yeah, we know with lead there are certain parts of the route we can sort of not ignore, but we know the athletes are going to get through, and then there's real sections like this where, as you can see, yes, exactly that. Sean, what happened there, do you think?
Well, he had his toe on the hold he was going down to, then he did a little hand-foot match. He moved his foot to the other foot that was over the volume, but he wasn't engaged on his right arm. And so when he turned around, he basically didn't have time to grab anything with his left arm and couldn't hold the one-arm lock-off. It's a tough decision because if you wait around there, you waste so much strength. But yeah, I hope they might show a replay after and we can see it in slow.
Yeah, he's certainly disappointed as he walks to grab his shoes off camera, so not happy with that performance. But we will stick with Yuno right now. She's got through the first of the tricky moves for the women. No one's so far misreading this toe hook.
No, good. You just get the clip, get the toe hooks in, and engage your core.
Victoria will jump up to the 33 plus due to count back to the top spot of the leaderboard. And I love this little part here with the hands. It looks like a crack. It's not jammable, but I like the feature. There is Victor Germain from France who comes on.
各位，那接下来出场的是2024年欧青杯、2025年欧青赛男子难度金牌得主。
Walked into isolation earlier on. He was looking very relaxed, just sort of warming up, chilling. There was a nice atmosphere in ISO actually. Lots of. So I think lead climbing, Boulder. Whenever I go to isolation to do various things, it's always quite intense environments. But lead always feels a little bit more chill.
Yeah. I find warming up for lead much easier than bouldering.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, lead you really just have to get a little bit of endurance and a few hard moves. With bouldering, you have to be ready to do anything.
Yeah, we have a feature on this in the climbing club, but the boulder, the wall in isolation is 25 meters long, which must be one of the longest on the circuit, surely.
Yuno is doing great here.
Yeah, she's approaching the headwalk. Victor just starting his run. Victor making that cross remove look quite difficult.
Yeah, that's a strange one too. And he looking on the block hold.
He's
so sick.
He's not the most experienced. He's only been competing since 2025. But he's learning. Now, she's approaching the business end of this competition. Up to the first pinch, loses the left foot. And now
she's going to pogo. Ooh, and it works. Oh.
Almost works.
And so she'll get 33 with the pogo, and then try to get her foot right, and then fell. And I think it's because the right hand is a bumping hold, so it's actually really good.
Right, so we'll stick with Victor then as the women swap around. He's had good results in the last year that he's competing, generally up into the sort of top 40 throughout his competition run, but the best results in Bali when he was 19th. Oh, I miss Bali. What a comp that was. Pretty much this time last year we were all on the beach. Maybe one day we'll return. Oh, that left toe popped there. See, if you have had toes, some have gone for the heel. The heel looks a bit awkward to me.
Yeah, you almost have to just get the heel just for the move. The toe looks nice for resting and relaxing, but I think to do the actual move, the heel is the way to do it.
So clips in. Nice and smooth from him so far, apart from that first move. Oh no, as I said that, a right hand pops. Yeah, maybe less smooth. Maybe he is looking a little bit shaky here.
I think it's just, just hard moves. Like, you have to be precise and...
He's got a very awkward heel in underneath with that right foot. My knee hurts in sympathy for that one.
It's hard. I haven't seen him climb a lot, so it's hard to judge his climbing style.
He's breathing heavy though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Most clip this from the knee bar or from that position. Oh, yes! Well, that's confidence for you. Shaking out. Well, I said I hadn't seen a bat hang. That's about as close as you'd get, the no hands rest. Now, look, for people who might not understand, you'd think, well, he's taking his hands off. That's easy, but that move is quite risky.
Well, no, I mean, he has a good shin length, so actually he looked comfortable in it. And the hard part is you just have to engage your whole body. And so yeah, you get a little bit of rest in your arms, but you're basically not breathing while you're holding that. So you take a little bit of weight off your arms, but your heart rate's still going up because you're still engaged through your core.
Well, let's see if he can get out of it, because a few have managed to find a rest, but it's next sequence, and he's fully upside down right now. Wow, you don't often see that in world climbing competitions. I personally am well into that. Michaela, by the way, Snotanova is going on the right-hand side.
Your shindex. God,
shindex.
Took me a really long time to think of that. It's hard too, because when you go upside down, the blood actually goes into your arms, but you're not as engaged in your core, so it's a little bit of a shift. And then when you're up like this, you're putting more blood out of your arms, so it's a better resting position, but then you're obviously more engaged in your core.
And is there an element that the men will know that perhaps the tricky part comes after this because of the timing and the fact they're falling early?
It's tough. I'm pretty sure he could probably feel it. Like, he did that so well. And then he's going to get out there, and I think he'll do heel. And he crushed those moves. He's looking really, really good.
This is good stuff from Victor. Any nerves we thought he might have had down low seem to have gone right now.
Yeah. I feel like he's much into his flow. So it's on this move for Michaela. She'll have to clip and like get the toe ups, but Victor is doing great. I think he really found his flow on this route. Wow, he's going to clip super early and then be able to do 5 or 6 moves without clipping.
This is impressive stuff from the Frenchman right now.
Yeah.
Little flicks. Michaela has worked out the toe hook. She's okay for the time being.
Well, here we go. We have high point 2 for Victor now on this move. On this end, I think he should skip the clip. There you go. There you go.
So you can do this. You can decide where to clip the clip.
I think you have to go again. That's...
just...
I think he has the wrong hand on that hold, but...
Oh, and he fumbles that clip twice. He's in a very awkward position to clip it. The elbow's going up. He's trying to make another move.
Well, that was really, really, really well done. You could see how he got that heel in, and then he went again. Because I think the route was set up to go the other hand, but I'll have to look at the route map. But yeah, he did that really, really well. That's a high point for the men, and it doesn't matter they didn't get the clip. They still get hold value for that second hold over the lip, because you can technically clip from there. So yeah, really, really good run.
Yeah, look at that, 38, way above Zento's 33 plus. He's our new high point, and that might take some beating, you know. We're looking for the top 8 to move forward. Michaela is approaching the part that spat off so many women so far. The pinch with the left hand, and then the big move up with the right hand. She'll shake out before that, though, with plenty of time left on the clock as well. 33 plus is the women's high point currently. Victoria has that. That heel is locked in on the blocked right hold. Now she moves the feet down low. So fight time for her.
Yeah, this is a really hard move right here. So it's a semi-pogo or just a, yeah, she's got to make a decision. She matches feet low.
It was a bit low with that right hand that time. She tried to get like a toe press.
Yeah, this is the move that we see with all the women up there. You have to make a decision. She opted to match feet low. It was where Mia from Japan did a little pogo, and Mia from Slovenia did a little heel hook on the bottom of the red. Stuck the next one, but only for a second, and her heel kind of started to slip right away. And I've been told that that's why she was taken away the solid. It's because she basically got the hold, but then was falling the whole time. So 32 plus, which is what she will get.
And look at this. This was the moment from him when he was upside down, and he did seem to recover an awful lot from that.
Yeah, and basically on those moves, he crushed them, and then yeah, just went into rampage mode for the next however many moves until he fell.
I love that slow motion. You saw her shoulders engaged, lock as the feet cut loose, held the swing, and then this is where she fell. It's a little low perhaps, but
yep.
Would have been very stretched out on that move. So Sasha Lehmann, and look, you've shared the circuit with this man for a long time. Tell me a little bit about Sasha.
Wow, Sasha, I mean, phenomenal climber. I've been climbing with him since wow, I don't even remember now, 15, 16. I was there when he won his first World Cup. Really, really, really nice to see. Just missed out on the Tokyo Olympics actually, and at the European Championships, and he topped the finals route, and unfortunately someone else topped it and bumped someone else, a third party. We went to countback. It was soul crushing, but did get redemption for Paris, which was nice to see. And now obviously gearing up, I assume he's going to be trying to go for LA.
Yeah, he told me he's done with Boulder.
Yeah,
yeah,
naturally.
Yeah, he was never the most natural Boulder climber. So it's good to see him back in lead. And that Sumi Oda on the right-hand side for Japan gets started. So Sasha, the endurance king, such a popular member of the world climbing this circuit. We'll be going to Bern for the next able-bodied World Cup. Of course, we have a Para World Cup next week in Salt Lake City. That'll be the next World Climbing comp you can watch. Sasha in control at the moment. And that's Sudi Oda is approaching the women's sort of little tricky section.
One thing that's really nice about Sasha is he feels genuinely happy for all of the athletes, kind of regardless of how he did. He can. It seems like he's really good at abstracting. Obviously, he'll be disappointed with some results, really happy with others, but then he focuses on smart. But yeah, really happy climber, which is just really nice.
It is indeed, yeah. Lots of support from him. He's breathing hard though as he crosses through.
Well, yeah, and it looks like the knee bar is actually really good, just for a little bit of a clip. But see how his Shindex is a little bit smaller. He can't get his knee bar in there, and he doesn't actually really need to. And this is the haircut. And that's the move. That's yeah, like his foot's on, and it's such a small difference between when you do that move easily versus like he came around, didn't find the left hand hold right away, and then you just kind of lose it right away.
So you're saying he probably couldn't have got the knee bar in the same way as someone like Victor?
Yeah, no, he. We'll see a little replay of it, but basically his legs aren't long, and his shin is long enough to do it well.
Yes.
He probably could get his toe up really and kind of smear it in there, but he opted just to skip it anyway.
And maybe slightly rushed the move. Perhaps, you know, he seemed to drop down very quickly.
Yeah, yeah, and it's hard because you look at that move and from the ground, you think that the right hand hold will be so good that you can kind of just like fling your body around, and it's a little bit harder. Or maybe when you come around, maybe it's harder to spot the hold you're supposed to land on, and you need it in order to stay on the wall.
Because he still seemed fairly fresh to me, so it did seem to be more of a mistake, and he's shaking his head hard as he walks off the stage. Right, Natsumi is underway with the right toe in. She's just 18 as well, up and comer. Hasn't made a semi-final in terms of the previous World Cups before. This is her first in the World Series. Sort of in the low 30s before this. Innsbruck was the last time she made semi-finals last year.
Yeah, gets to that toe hook section, and the next two moves are definitely hard, and then she's going to get up into that upper cruxy section. So.
Yeah, it's about saving energy through here. All right, Pierre comes out. There's going to be two French athletes in a row in a minute. Max Berton following Pierre onto the stage. Natsumi Oda has that heel hook in. I love the way the setters blocked that. I mean, they fully knew that the athletes would be heel hooking.
They block it, but they do it anyways.
Yeah.
Heel over the hand, too, on the move.
She's not pausing, is she? Oh! That left foot seemed to go as she reached up. It's always hard with a slip, because often it's, you know, it's easy just to be like, oh, they slipped, but so often it's because you're pumped that you slip, that you're not sometimes engaged fully.
Yeah, that was a weird one. She looked really good, and then yeah, left foot on the foothold, and just, yeah, go up to it. She didn't hit the next hold well. I think she was up higher and she hit it. Her foot doesn't slip, and so she missed it just a tiny bit, and then her foot went right away.
Right, so Pierre gets his semi-final started. Keep an eye on the leaderboard on the right-hand side. Looks back. Trying not to over-grip. Easier said than done. Kwon is athlete number 8. Taking his time through here, time seeming not to be a factor in this semi-final. If the athlete does run out of time during their climb, that is it. Their high point where they get to will be where the score is counted.
Yeah, it's cool to see too. This is like your next generation of French athletes. Kind of have like Sam Abazou leading them, who is, I believe, the oldest of the 5.
Is that true? That's
cool. Yeah, I know it's super wild because I was climbing when he was born. But yeah, so I think these, I'll call them kids, but these gentlemen are between the ages of like 17 and 20, and Sam's 25, and so I mean to have a mentor like Sam too, Olympian, good both disciplines, so that'd be awesome. But you can really feel and see the cohesion of their team. Yeah. And you know, they're happy, they're climbing, they're cheering each other on, and it really, yeah, I mean the French team is great. They have good athletes. They have a great system in France. Obviously, I lived there for 5 years as well, and so you really see it shine through here because they're all excited to be here and they're climbing well and they're really opting as a team.
And it's nice to see the moment, the rotation between Boulder and lead. Of course, some there is a cross through people like Max Berton, but it's almost a full new team here, which is it's fun for me because I get to see lots of fresh faces come through between the comps, and it's one of these things about LA getting more medals. Right, let's see how Pierre deals with this knee bar point. Sasha didn't try to really use it. Perhaps the Shindek's not working. His seems better.
Yeah, a little bit better, and he gets up a little higher. It's funny. I wish they almost put like heights of everyone. There, he gets in it. So the French competitor before obviously like took it off, so they previewed it, and they're like, oh, you can probably get a knee bar there. It's more uncomfortable for Pierre, you see, here. But no, he's relaxing, he's breathing, he's
looking good. Cheong Kim underway on the right. She had a very good qualifying run. One of our smaller athletes.
We need everything. We need height, we need wingspan, we need Shindex.
Can you imagine
toe to hand height?
Can you imagine how irritated the athletes would be if we started measuring shins? Be like, nope. Now watch this from Pierre. He's getting himself a little tangled up here.
So here he kept his heel, so it's almost like you're in a half figure four, and then when you get here, he did exactly the same as Victor. So you can see the previewing together shine through here.
All right, well, Pierre is on for something here. He's going for Victor as he gets through the first of the men's cruxes. Nice use of the heels.
Hard clip now. He looks.
Oh, true, Sean. Yeah, it's a bit below him, isn't it?
His left elbow's coming out. I think he's just going to jump.
Yeah, that decision to get points rather than the clip. He couldn't have gone much further on that one, and he returns down. And we'll see where that leaves him on the score.
Yeah.
And it's, I haven't got updated on that.
He's in second or third. It's still a really good run. I forget where Victor clipped from as well. But even Pierre, he came out of the call it a 360. It's not, but he came out of that section well, actually, and still got another few moves.
There we go. It leaves him in third currently, 31 plus. Just ahead of Yan now. Right, Cheong Kim is thinking about this. She's looking right, she's looking left. I think she's thinking, do I go up first, then toe hook, or do I toe hook, then go up?
Yeah. And hooks up. So this is, oh, she's really... well done.
Oh no. And she knows. It was just, there was 4 or 5 head movements right or left where you could see the thought process, and she didn't quite pick the right one.
So it looks like when she got to the move, and so when she swung her toe in, it probably wasn't locked in deep enough, and so then she went to move and just came out of it.
Yeah, you're right. It's an awful feeling when you swing a toe in and you know you're right on the edge of it. It's not buried in. Max Berton comes out. He's the new French national boulder champ, which is pretty cool, and he did a boulder comp in Cachao, and he's back here in lead. He could be one of the ones when we look at LA that might be going for the double lead and boulder. Brother of Oriane, of course, and I've got to say, is one of the nicest humans on the circuit, is Max Berton. He keeps wanting to come in the commentary box with me, and I keep pointing out that he needs to do less well for that to happen.
Yeah, always hard. Or wait for a comp when the women and men's finals are on different days.
Yeah, he's very keen anyway, but yeah, turns out he's quite good at climbing, so he doesn't have much of an opportunity.
Yeah. And speak fluent English? I speak good enough English?
Yeah, perfect English, yeah.
That was something about even with Oriane, actually quite a number of years before, but her English was always quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, the two of them grew up on the Reunion Island. I remember watching boulder videos of these two when they were about 11, crushing things on Reunion, and then they came onto the world circuit. Ryu Nakagawa is looking at the route on the right. Yeah, I remember Max's debut, I think it was debut anyway, in Briançon, where he did so well in front of his French crowd, and I think it's just the moment of like thousands of French people screaming at him he'll always remember.
Totally. Well, there's no better feeling being in front of a home crowd and actually having a good performance, and you feel the energy through the crowd.
Yeah, he did so well. Right, after all that, Max, don't let us down here. Let's see what you could do, sir. I think the bottom part of the men's here is really hard from the way they're reacting.
That was very elegant. He had a heel with his right, and he stepped through to the pink and then clipped. That is wild. I hope someone has a photo of that.
Yeah, photographer for the IFSC is out there. Kazu takes some really lovely shots based in Japan. You can go onto the World Climbing Insta to check out his shots. Ryu has a really high left heel, and then she drops it down. Max is working here.
That's an interesting. I think he's worried about the clip.
He wants to get it from here, doesn't he? Everyone else has gone past it.
Yeah, you get past it, you put it at the little knee bar, and then you clip from there. But yeah, we'll see how he.
But that right toe is basically on nothing.
Yeah, he's just smearing. His left foot's on something. He's looking to clip, but I think he's going to have to make the decision to not. But he'll clip from here.
Oh, he really wants to. He has.
Wants to clip.
That will have cost him a little bit. Not the most efficient sequence there from Max Berton. And he's going to have to reverse back to shake out. So this could be an upset, possibly building, if he doesn't manage to recover. We know there's a possible knee. He will be aware of it, I'm sure, but he won't know how good it is. Ryu looks super solid as she climbs through the toe hooks.
Yeah, she put in the toe hook right away too from before.
And Max now has the knees, and I think he'll be thinking, ugh, I could have clipped from there.
Well, it's interesting because we were watching Pierre climb. I said how the French would have previewed together, so they would have seen the knee bar and the clip, and then maybe a small oversight from Max. Maybe he forgot. Again, it's super hard. You're in these routes and you see what's in front of you. You see the clip and you say, okay, I need to get it before I get to the section. And he climbs really well.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually look nervous. Wow. Ryu's way after now. 2 moves from her.
Yeah, she's just. I've been watching her. There's just been no drama from her. It's been super smooth. And look at this.
Here and
doesn't like the high toe. Has a think about it. Commits to it. Hits it statically, and that's better. A bump needed, and this could be high point time here.
There we go. Yeah. She's into the high point now.
Right, so into the lead, falls on a pink slopers, and we have a new women's leader. What a performance from Ryu there.
And there, okay, yeah, so really, really good clip from Max. He clips a little bit earlier than Pierre, and now he's done the draw, and he has to do really powerful moves, but actually he's resting a little bit too. And then Ryu got her right foot super high, which makes the second move over the lip a little bit harder, but then it's perfectly set up to do the bump. And so I think we'll see more and more women do it like that, which is really cool.
Max Berton has climbed this in an unusual way for him, but he is making progress here. He's wound the clock down as well, 1 minute 44 left.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. He actually probably won't be climbing for another 40 seconds, but shoot, I didn't want to see that. I thought he was going to get up over the lip. He looked really solid getting to that. He did the clip, and it looks like his foot popped right as I was talking about time.
Started to unwind down low on the roots with that potential mistake on the clip, and you can see by his face it wasn't where he wants to be. He's in third, but that is very, very risky place to be at this stage.
33, yeah, with the shoulder, yeah. Because even from there to the top, it's so hard. You probably only need 40, 45 seconds. There's no rests or anything.
Yeah.
So the 6-minute timer here is not really going to come into play for any of the men. And the women's screwed as well. I think it's not long enough. I mean, they could definitely climb for 6 minutes. That's not the issue here.
Yeah. Right, Osh McKenzie comes out fresh off the back of a bronze medal in Kerchow. She's a very good lead climber nowadays and always has that power to pull on. Looking calm out here, qualified about midway through. Oceana McKenzie, or Osh as she likes to be called. You can see the coaches in the background setting out iPads to review scores. She comes on.
So it looks like they gave Max the plus, and I don't remember. I thought his foot slipped. I have no idea. That's not on us to figure out too. That'll be all the other teams or the French team to to fix that.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I get any messages about appeals. We'll keep an eye on that for you. So Osh underway and shaking out very early on here. She just eyes up the next section. Eunice Uber Masmoudi comes on from France. Another member of the squad we haven't seen that much of before this. Good to see him out in action. Osh coming through that power section. Yeah, Eunice is just 22, competing since 25, and this is only his 4th World Series event. And their second semi-finals after Madrid last year. Osh with a nice drop knee and shaking out here. Max is walking past. Someone just said good job to him and he went, I think that says it all, doesn't it? Poor Max Berton, not quite what he would have wanted with that one.
I think the slip just right at the end, when he had a little bit of gas in the tank, is always hard to be excited for.
Of course, you know. We'll wait and see whether it leaves him in a finals place or not. But his teammates with 5 minutes 12 is on the bottom part of the route right now. And Osh McKenzie saw the toe, locked the toe, easy cut loose from her, as we'd expect with that power she has. And nice moves out towards the right as she climbs through. Interesting semis at the moment, very different routes.
I like seeing hard moves in the middle, and especially before the end, like on the men's. The women's all comes down to kind of where Osh's feet are, those 2 holds, and then from here to the top for sure.
Yeah, it's certainly a big crux coming up for Osh. You won't know that, remember, the athletes don't get to watch each other climb, but we know how important this next sequence is.
And she looks super good. So this is the foot I was talking about, so it makes that move a bit harder, but then she's in a perfect position to do the bump.
So approaching high point now. Ria was close.
Nice. So here we are, high point for the women's route.
And Osh looks good sitting down on that left foot. The sloper doesn't quite work though. But Osh will move into, as you said, the top spot with that one. And that was a nod from her. She did well.
Totally top spot. And so it's super interesting. Oh, I'll talk about her after. We have Eunice.
2 knees in.
Yeah, 2 knees right before the bottom part.
Victor, the only one committing to the hanging off with no hands. And as I sort of implied earlier on, that no hands rest, as an athlete, you know, taking your hands off is a fairly unnatural feeling. On a route like this anyway, outdoors we see it a lot.
So yeah, he's just gonna be shaking out a little bit, breathing, before he gets into that hard section next. It's hard too, because as a climber, you're in this like semi-rest. It's oftentimes hard to leave the rest and do the next move, because you have to do that switch to like rest to like 100%. Oh, I have to hold on really hard.
By the way, there's an appeal underway against Sasha Lehmann for the plus. So
against Sasha Lehmann for the plus, because he was on the same move going down to get the plus. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's underway. Well,
Sasha had his right hand where Eunice's foot is, and he tried to do the campus down, which, yeah, it's always awkward when you're campusing down. It's like, where's the direction of the next hold?
It's an interesting...
He did it super well here.
Yeah, campusing.
And heel, nice. And yeah, it looks super comfy. Switch to a toe. Oh, he gets a heel, and it's actually better to clip from here. He finds it.
And to explain to people at home, that appeal won't be necessarily because of Sasha's sort of potential finals place, but you know, world ranking is very important with points throughout the season, and that's why these appeals will be made.
Oh, and he's climbing super well. He'll probably get the next hold and clip right away.
Oh, it's the shoulder and falls.
And it looks like he was just out of gas. He was climbing super strong before that. It's always hard to tell. And he put in the heel, got the next one that I thought he was going to clip off of, and he realized that he was basically done, and so he skips the cut, which is perfect thing to do, and gets a plus off it.
So from Austria, Mattea Pozzi launches over. Now, she had a disappointing season last year. The year before, she was absolutely crushing it. Took a bit of a step back last year, and then this year I was chatting to her. She's feeling good, she's feeling fresh. Lives, trains in Innsbruck. Utilises the river next to the gym often for cold water plunges.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Everyone goes for swims there in the summer.
Well, she does it in winter, it seems, as well. I keep seeing her Instagram when it's definitely snow on the ground, getting in that water, so fair play to her on that one. But yeah, she's got so much potential, this lady. Absolutely lovely on the circuit as well. It just occasionally doesn't quite work out for her. Didn't like that toe hook. Now it's okay. Ooh, it's a bit shaky.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, just precise or.
Now she has feet down low. We've seen a few with the heel in that section.
Yeah. And you're extended. Your feet are way below you. It's a steep wall. It's a 40-degree wall. You have to get up high enough. So if you come up short, you won't get the hold, and then you can fall underneath.
Yeah. Well, she's through the move, maybe settling those nerves down. South Korea's final athlete before the cleaning break, Hyun-sung No, and he is 18 years and 1 month. By the way, I hate to say this, Sean, he is the youngest competitor, and you are the most veteran competitor at 38. Is that a nice way of putting it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call me old.
Experience? No, I'm not going to never do that. Sean, I'm older than you, mate. I'm not going to do that.
You can call it as it is.
But yes, he's one of our younger athletes here anyway at the competition.
You can just say I've done the most number of.
That sounds good, yes. Come on.
No, I realized a couple of years ago when I was 36 and the competitors were 18, then I was double their age, and I was like,
so, yeah, that's a moment. Now, Mattea Pozzi looked for a second to try to get 2 toes in underneath.
yeah,
luckily.
and then she took them out really quick and just put her toe on, and I think she's just more comfortable like that, but he's getting through that section. Probably into a section now she's more comfortable in.
Yeah, we know for the women it's efficiency that counts here. You've got to get to the head wall change with something in the tank for those high foot moves. Hyun-sung No with a awkward looking clip there with that right arm locked off.
Yeah. And it's a hard section right here for the women. Basically, you're doing move after move, little shakes, but all these moves now are really hard.
Mattea Pozzi throws for the left hand, brings the feet back in. She's battling hard, as is No on the left. Not super comfortable for him yet either. Oh, Mattea Pozzi goes. It was a bit too speedy, I think, up with the left hand, and that's going to leave her in a vulnerable place. She has eyes immediately to the scoreboard there to try to work it out. And she waits for that to be updated. Is that the first thing you do when you come down as well? Are you sort of straight to the scoreboard to see where you're at?
So, I'm not, but I am a weird. It's not a philosophy, but I try to reflect on my climbing. So I look up at the route, and I try very hard to not look at scoreboards right away, because I want to feel myself on how I've done on the route, and either be happy or sad, and then see what it has translated to. And it's not a jab at the athletes that look straight at the podium, because I know it's very, you want to know how you did. And yeah, here we go, getting into the knee bar.
No, it's fascinating. I didn't know that. It's really interesting.
And it's also just because I preach, like, you should judge, like, once you finish the climb, like, did you climb well? Did you feel like you did well? And if you feel like you did well and it doesn't result in making finals or coming first or whatever, you should still just be happy with whatever you've done. And if you didn't climb well, you could say you didn't climb well, and then maybe you still make finals, and that's really nice, or maybe you don't. And it's hard when everyone just bases how they're feeling on if they pass the next round or if they get a medal.
Interesting.
Well, here we go.
Yeah,
hard section here.
He rested in a different way. He had a toe hook in. Didn't do the knee.
And there you go. He gets the heel here. Come on.
He has not read this the way he would have wanted to, has he? He's not.
His arms behind the rope too, which is it doesn't matter, but he's gonna have to camp his. Oh, gets his foot back on.
Yeah, he has not quite got this dialed at the moment.
Go back and try to rest.
Yeah, he had this left toe hook in instead of the knee bar. This move, which is not as restful as a knee bar. It's good, you can obviously shake out, but it's awkward for your hamstrings. Held in position, now gets the left. Does he spot the knee bar? Now he gets the knee bar.
So he gets the knee bar, and now he's going to get his arm out of the rope, which may have been messing with it. Oh, I was going to clip.
Oh.
I mean, that's a sick clip. You don't have to worry about the next one.
But look at the time as well. He has run down the clock through here. It's and now he finds the double.
There we go. I mean, yeah, well, let's see. He's obviously not going to spend more than 30 seconds here, but you can, I believe, see your time from the climb too if you look down.
Yes, they have access to it. It's so interesting because he did everything but that, found it, and then realized you can take both hands off. Yep. I can just imagine what's going on in his head. Oh, tricky stuff. Well, the women's route is being cleaned. That happens at the midway point. In a minute, the men's will be cleaned as well, and we'll have a little bit of a pause in proceedings. But right now, we can stick with no. 1 minute 38 on the clock. And he is, yeah, time-wise, I don't think he's got enough time to finish the route, which, you know, we haven't seen anyone do yet, but to give you context, anyway.
Oh, he stayed here for 40 seconds. 1 minute 20. I think he'll have enough time. Wow, he skips the intermediate. Probably get his heel in right away. Yeah. Yeah, he looks good. He doesn't have to clip from here now, so he can just get a little chalk, keep going. Oh, and that looked super hard. He looked really tired.
Yeah, and a minute left on the clock here. He's got something back in the knee bar, but he wasted a lot of time and energy figuring it out, and he's screaming his way up as he hits the pinch.
I think in the next couple moves is going to be... Oh, wow, finds little rests, gets the clip super early.
Scoreboard says 26.
I mean, I just remember where a couple of the French athletes got the green hold, the next green hold. Obviously, Victor got way up a little bit. I think that'll put him in second already. Did so well.
But a score not updated yet on the right-hand side. It will be in a minute, but that was a real battle from him. He sort of did everything wrong down low, and then somehow found something.
That was a good bet. How much time was on the clock?
Not long.
20, 30 seconds. So I think that's a 35 plus. So to put him in second. Yeah, after his little mishap with the E-bar in the section, and then I thought he was going to fall earlier, but he fought, and it's interesting. So that's 13 climbers, 13 left. So even if Victor up at the top, he needs how many to fall to make time?
Yeah.
What's okay, 30 by 8. He needs 5 to fall. Then he makes finals.
Could be in a good position, couldn't he?
Another math.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Well, no, we still haven't got a scoreboard on the screen yet, but we know he's in second position. I think, Sean, has that been updated on your score?
Not yet, but I'm almost positive.
Pretty sure. Well, let's see a bit of a replay of the action we have previously watched here. And if you're just joining us, well, we're at the halfway point of the semi-finals here in Wujiang for the 2026 World Climbing Series. Our series goes throughout the world. We started off in China last week in Kechao, and of course the Para Series coming on at the same time, and the first event will be in Salt Lake City next weekend. So we will all be heading over there. 8 athletes will progress from the 24 that have found their way into semi-finals, and of course from qualifying, a large amount of athletes there. And the World Climbing Club, free to watch on YouTube. Not only do we have all of the highlights from the events, but we have behind-the-scenes interviews and more. Right, myself and Sean will pause for a couple of seconds. We will return soon for the second half of our competition.
各位，如果你们看了那个长焦镜头啊，你记得看一看它到底在练什么，往螺丝桶里面练了点东西，上了一个过画片，然后再用牛尾连接上去，这样能够把每个支点完成一块清理。好了，那这个时候是我们的中场的休息，大家可以调整自己的状态。 放松放松，我们的比赛很快将要继续。那目前右侧的这条女子线路大约还有2分钟的线路清理时间。当线路清理完毕之后，女子的比赛将要继续。请迅速回到我们的座位，比赛马上就要开始了，精彩也要继续了。我们诚挚的邀请各位迅速落座，女子的半决赛即将开始。
So
Right, everyone, just to keep you updated, we're at the cleaning break, and it's almost completed. The men's still underway, so we're about to get started for the women. And we are here in Wujiang, China. My name is Matt Groom. I'm with Sean McColl in the commentary box. And in fact, our first athlete is about to approach the stage. Sean, generally very interesting so far. Two different styles of routes. The women's cruxy at the top. The men's sort of has hard sections where our route setter is about to get to, but climbing very differently at the moment.
Yeah, I know. It's two different routes, but it's always hard because all the climbers in semifinals are so good that it's hard to know who's going to do really well. And the last 8 men, 10 men, 12 men, all the men, it's curious how high they'll get. And so we might see them just crush the whole middle section and be up in the last head wall. And we might see Victor, who's currently in the lead, qualify in 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
I actually forgot there's only 24 in semis, and so basically if you're in the lead right now, Victor needs to see 5 fall below him to make it. And so that's the number, and whenever you're in the lead and everyone's coming out after you and they're supposed to be a lot better, you are counting those. You're not counting on 5 people falling. It's more in the back of your mind. If 5 fall, you'll make it. And obviously, Luchka starting her semis here, right after the cleaning break, which is the best time.
Exactly. To explain to everyone, because there are so many athletes coming through here, we want similar conditions for everyone as much as possible. And whereas Boulder, we clean the holds a lot, obviously it's harder on a lead wall because it's bigger. So halfway through, we clean it, and it's luck, depending on your score, if you happen to be, as Luchka is the first one on fresh holds. But it does make a difference. Now, Luchka, fascinating character, battling thyroid cancer, was away from the circuit until last year, came back straight into the finals for her, and she's just one of those climbers who, I mean, when she's in form, it's like watching water flowing up the wall. She's effortless with her movements.
Yeah, obviously part of the Slovenian team. They have a very, very strong team, huge training ethic,
Yeah, they had all 6 athletes, so 5 women and 1 male athlete, make it from qualifying into the semis.
Yes. Yeah, no, they train hard. They're a very cohesive team, and actually really fun to hang out with.
Yeah, they are indeed. And let's see how she does that. A nice close shot to show. Thumb locked over in a closed crimp. And looking good at the moment from Luchka. Yeah, the men's will get underway once.
Really well. Got through the TOEIC section. It's looking good here.
Yeah, those long quick draws on the wall supplied by Trango Climbing. They provide all the equipment here, one of our major sponsors, the harnesses, the gloves for the belayers, the ropes, of course, with this special system where there's red to indicate the last 5 meters of the rope, and of course all the quick draws. Now, Luchka, we know it's all about maintaining something in the tank for this next section. Efficient climbing. Hard to know, of course, how pumped an athlete is. I want one of those, like, sort of computer game style red bars that gets increased.
Man, that would be so sweet. Or like, yeah, what if they wore a heart rate monitor? We get to see their heart rate.
It'd be great. I honestly would love stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's looking good at the moment.
She's looking great. She'll like clip from here up into the hard section here. Curious what she'll do with her foot for the next move.
Do you think the high right foot is the way to go on this move? Because she's not doing it. She's got heels in underneath. Oh, and lost it.
So it's hard. She did it similar to how Mia did it, and so obviously they previewed together, and she actually had her foot, I guess, a bit too close to the edge, and it kind of slipped out as soon as she moved, but I don't know the best way to do it. It looks like the high right foot works, and so when it works for those 2 other competitors, it's flawless. I think Osh and Ryu, but it might be too high for some people, and then if they fall on the move before and they don't get into the position, and then it would be better to do it another way. So, quick answer, I don't know, and it's up to when you're up there, you have to make that split-second decision and go with it.
Yeah, so Luchka will leave. We'll have to wait and see, falling in a very similar place, so it'll be risky for her.
Yeah, she'll have the same as her teammate, so she gets plus, I think it's 29 or whatever that plus, and I don't think it'll be enough for finals. Even right now, the 2 in the lead, up in the 2 big pinks, may make finals, but below the where Luchka fell, I do not think that'll be enough for finals.
Yeah, I think you are correct, because the high foot, when you see the 2 athletes do it, it looked like the obvious way to do it. but the fact that no one is doing it, as you said, shows perhaps not the case.
It's super hard. It's one of those things that you're making the move you're on harder, because then once you get the next hold, you're in the perfect position to do the bump. And so on a move that's too hard to do it to the bump, it's a bad idea to put your foot that high, because you might fall on that move. Then if you know you're going to be able to do 2 moves in a row, then you do it. And again, it's that split-second decision that maybe 2 moves higher, you can't do it that way. So then it's a mistake. And it's that, I mean, we kind of joke about it, it's like climbing IQ, but it's not really an IQ, it's just like how you feel the route to know if you can make a move a little bit harder, because you know you won't fall on that move and it'll make the next move easy.
I think it's a great way to describe it, Sean. Entirely correct. Jane Kim, then, another one who has been on the circuit for such a long time, and she just has this style that everyone wants to emulate deep down in your soul, the way she climbs. Does occasionally struggle with speed, especially, and more dynamic moves. And considering there aren't many dynamic moves and time isn't a factor, this could be a Jane Kim route. You never know. One of the smaller athletes, and definitely one who has an eye on the 28 Olympics, which you would imagine surely would be the sort of penultimate end of her career, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I obviously cannot speak for her.
No.
I am a parent, but I'm not a female parent, so I don't.
Yes.
What she went through to come back is already amazing. She was 1 out from qualifying for Paris. I went to both OQSs, and she was literally 1 place out, I believe. But now she doesn't have to do bouldering. She's in her kind of bread and butter lead climbing, and I would love to see it. She would be the first mother climbing to qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I'll have
obviously,
to check that one. What do you mean in climbing, anyway?
Yeah, for sure, climbing,
Yes.
yeah, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, but
No, of course.
that's obviously her goal, and I hope I can see her achieve her goal.
Yeah, she had a slip last year during the Nationals. Didn't really make the team, so she was in and out because of that.
Right.
They have this system in South Korea, apparently, is what I've been told, which is, you know, that cut and dry, that if you just don't do it, you're out. And it's tricky. But this year, obviously, back in the fold, which is good to see. This is probably the sort of most physical move, and look at that lovely lock.
Yeah, easy for her. I mean, she made it look easy. But yeah, she has that style. She climbs what looks effortlessly, but she's so just in tune with her body and movement that she just makes things look so smooth.
Yeah, she does. So we know it's all about spotting the right toe hook early on. No one has made a massive mistake apart from Kim, who sort of was caught in 2 minds and got pumped out thinking about it. Look at that from Kim, spots it straight away and locks it in.
Yeah, for the clip as well. And then she'll just kind of keep it in. And
so far, so smooth from her. Climbs her way through, so just to let you...
wow, she's super extended, actually, and she needs to move her toe hook up. Boom.
Slight mistake then from her, perhaps.
So, yeah, it was, I could see her, so her right hand was deep enough in a cup that I think she cut free on purpose, because she couldn't really do it any other way, but a calculated cut free. And, looks scary for us, but I think it was very calculated by her.
32 plus is Mia Krampel in 8th position. Countback making a difference from a few athletes around that 32 zone. So that's what Jane Kim will be aiming for here. Leading the way is Ocean McKenzie on 35 plus. It's our route setter on the left, who's almost finished. In fact, he's being lowered down now. So the men's will be underway, and Philip Schenk will be the first out here. Jane Kim climbing slow, and I think this will actually sort of help her, this style, because if you can rest your way between, we know this crux is coming up. It would be so good to see her in a final on the first World Series comp of the year.
Yeah, obviously she's getting up into this section, and the section we've been talking about, and I do anticipate she'll put her foot up high because she's smaller than a lot of the other competitors.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, the high right foot we're talking about is on the far right of your screen on that black and wood volume.
Yeah.
It's been the successful way we've seen it done so far. Here's the pinch.
She looks good here, and then Pogo, Looks like she's looking at it.
She is looking at it.
Is gonna.
It's physical to kick your leg up to it.
It's it's a hard read.
She's not going to do it. She's going to. Oh no, she is going to do it. Oh. She's in some trouble here. Goes with the right and is too low. I mean, she's too small to do it like that with the heel underneath, and then couldn't quite bring the right foot, so stuck.
Yeah, that was tough. She brought her left foot up into the big blue one to look to see if the pogo was possible, and then when you have your left foot up that high, it brings your left hip into the wall, and so she couldn't get her right foot up to the pink. And the competitors before, like Ryu and Osh, that got their foot up, had their toe on the bottom foot. And not more easily got her foot up, but got the foot up and could do the move like that. So that's going to give her the same score. I think it's the 32 plus, tied with Luchka and Mia and a couple other competitors. Which, like I said before, I don't think it'll be enough for semis, for finals. But you could really tell, seeing the 3 different ways to do that, that is one of the cruxes up near the top.
That's put her into 6th. I don't quite know why we're not seeing scores, but hopefully it'll be updated at some point. But yeah, 32 plus, a similar score, countback making a difference. She moves into 6th, which pushes Michaela Smetanova, pushes Mia Krampel out of the top 8, so down into 9th. Philip Schenk is about to climb for the men. The strong Italian climber. And then coming out, Zelia Avazu, first time gold medalist in Kerchow. What a performance that was from her on the final power boulder. Let's see if she's got some lead climbing endurance.
What's strange too is, kind of just caught me off guard, is that the women are 2 ahead of the men, which is super rare. Usually the women go way slower than the men, or slower, almost for sure. I've never really seen a semi, especially semis. There's 24 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a semis of women finish before the men.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's just like whatever. But no, they're 2 ahead.
Yeah, so the men's will finish slightly after the women's. So we'll focus on them at the end. So Zelia underway. Philip Schenk also gets climbing.
Zelia coming off her Boulder win last week. In good form in lead too, so very cool to see.
We've got a little feature coming with them on the World Climbing Club where we do a dual interview with Zelia and her brother Sam, which is quite fun. So that's coming out today. Philip is very powerful, always is, super strong on those shoulders, and he looked good there, ripping through with that left arm.
Philip, yeah, been in a few finals. He was actually there. He was on the podium, his first podium last year in Chamonix. He's over the moon. He climbed his finals route. He was so happy. He was already smiling when he was falling and just laughing the whole way down. But yeah, got the bronze medal and was just over the moon.
Yeah. Now, we've seen some mistakes for the men in this section. Athletes just misreading those sequences. Let's see, hopefully Philip can put it all together here. Zelia spotted that toe super early and no issues for her.
Yeah, you couldn't, it was zoomed in, but she actually did a double toe just to move her toe, which is what Jain didn't want to do, and then did the cut free. But yeah, Zelia's obviously made it through that section and did this more physical section on top. Philip in the knee bar on the foothold instead of the handhold.
Oh wow, that's a shot and a shot. That's quite artsy. Yeah, apologies about the scores. We're having issues with the updates. So myself and Sean will try to keep you guys informed with what's going on. But yeah, we're having issues with the scores at the moment.
We have, what is it, 10 women, including Zelia, to go. So obviously when we get down to the last 5, 6, 7, 8, we can say who's making it for sure with however many climbers left. And wow, crushing little campus move.
Yeah, up Zelia as well. Look at this. She's approaching this point. Now, what's it going to be?
A little heel. Probably have to clip from here. There you go. Good, good, good.
Philip, high right foot. Gets another knee. Look at that on the jib.
Wow, 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 wow. And Zelia is, yeah, go up with the right hand. So that means a bit harder. Oh, moves it actually. Heel.
Zelia high point. Is it a high point yet? Must be close.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, up towards
left.
the pink slope as his high point.
Oh.
And she falls just below. Ooh.
Yeah, one less actually, and I think Ryu actually stuck the left-hand hold. I'm curious if they'll give her the plus for the below. There's a bit of a new ruling for pluses now. So I'm curious what the score they give her. But Philip just crushing it up here. Still a couple moves in the leader, but...
So Philip is approaching the head wall change here.
Now he's in second, 2 moves from the leader. And I'm curious which hand he goes with. He gets a toe, that's where Pierre got a heel. And actually, maybe it is set to go left hand. He did it the same as Pierre. And Pierre went again, and Philip's gonna match and then go up with his left. So there we go, now he's in the lead. And he looks good.
He does look good, doesn't he? Oh, the foot slipped.
Gosh, oh gosh.
He just about holds it, dragging that right foot back in. Look at that, 38 now on the top spot.
And the next one's a shoulder too, so he's gonna... That was a really, really good effort. In first place.
That could be a finals place for him.
It could be, yeah. There's what, that was the first one out, so there's 11 left. But yeah, really, really good effort.
Can I just say, Marcello Bombardi in your main shot there, not an athlete this year, he's a coach. So he moved straight into the coaching world.
Well, that's perfect. That's the Italian Federation doing good on their, kind of return on investment. They invested in him for many years. He had a great lead career, and now he's bringing all that knowledge back to these youngsters as a coach.
Yeah, it's great to see. He literally retired and then immediately came back on the circuit with another job.
Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. That's how it should happen.
Yeah. So this was Philip Schenk, and I love the second knee bar he found on that jib just by his right hand. We might see a replay of it, maybe not. I don't know.
Here, he puts it in here.
Yeah, hopefully we can, because that was first here.
There you go, yeah.
Very cool.
To get the draw.
And then the top of the route, he just kept going, didn't he? Awesome stuff from Philip Schenk. Shaping up this one to the men's. We're having Sam Avazu up next. Rosa Recca will follow for the women.
And then back to Zelia. So they did give her the plus. So she's in third place with Ryu in second and Oceana in first. And they're all half a move difference. Osh has a 35 plus, Ryu has a 35, and Zelia has a 34 plus.
All right, Rosa Recca comes, as we said earlier, every member of the Slovenian lead team making it through to the semi-finals. Yeah, Rosa Recca's 22. She's been on the circuit though since 2023 and had brilliant results through. Silver medal in the World Champs. We should talk about Rosa Recca more often, really, because she is an absolute star of the Slovenian team. Sometimes gets overshadowed a little.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you're on a team with Nyanya, it's hard. Nyanya won the World Championships and was so happy when she came down, and she knew she had won because she topped. But then to find out that your teammate is second at her, I believe, first World Championships. Yeah, she was over the moon.
Yeah. And Sam Avazu gets climbing. His sister is watching from the audience as he gets going. Yeah, go and check out this double interview we did. It was a lot of fun. So Rose is approaching the toe hook move. Clip in first, as we'd expect, as she's looking right, so has spotted it. And locks that in. Sean, how on earth do you train for toe hooks like that? Do you have to put in a little bit of sort of leg days in the gym?
For sure, you need strong legs now, a lot more than before, and a lot of it comes from bouldering. When you do bouldering, you have to have strong legs. Heels, toes. Toes is the shin, right? And the heels are the quads, hamstrings. Someone's gonna slay me on that one, 'cause it's probably wrong, but. Legs.
Leg strain. Yeah, because I remember watching sort of boulder movies back in the 80s where stick-thin legs was kind of the way forward. And it is different nowadays, and you have to have that.
Heel looking too a lot is like how you place, in which direction you're pulling with your heel. You don't just like put it on like a potato and pull. It's really, really important to have your hips up really high and you're pulling in a specific direction. Yeah. The Rose is just rocking up this one right now and looks good. And basically, come on, yeah. And needs to get the clip and then go into this hard top section.
Yeah, she's approaching the crux. Let's see what Sam does. Oh, double stack knees, very cool.
Wow, and let's go.
And no hands. Oh my goodness. I'm in heaven, sure.
Come on, Rosa, come on.
Rosa's thinking about, oh, there, now yes.
There you go. And that's the way to do it.
It's power in a flexible position that she was good at then. Slow for one.
And this is almost high point. She does the plus, which she will almost guarantee. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Here's the high point.
Yeah,
let's go.
Did that differently.
Ooh.
So everyone else has sat down on that left foot. She's just bridged out.
And I don't think she'll get a plus for the top, but she'll be in first place. I think it's 36. So if she for sure is in first place with controlling that top right hand, and I don't think it's a plus, but we'll see what the score. I'll tell you what the score is when it comes through. But yeah, Sam.
Apologies once more for the score, everyone. We're having big issues with the updates. We'll try to keep you updated as we go. And there we go, back for the score. So 36 jumps above Osh McKenzie. So Sam Havasu, with that double knee stack, got something back, and he's got to keep moving through here. Didn't like that heel for a second, then readjusted.
And it gets it from there, and that's kind of your last flipping spot too, so it's good. And then into this very physical top section.
Sam looks for the high toe, doesn't like it, changed his beat to that. Doesn't like any of this, just pumps up, why not? And into third with 36.
Yeah, he'll get if he gets the next one, which it looks like he do, he passes Pierre, and then moving a half below the leader. So he's in second place already, with control of that top left hand.
Not many have done moves on this head wall. Remember, the angle changes, the technicality tends to increase up there.
There we go, and he statics that. Whoa. So that is high point. Whether he gets control of that left hand hold, I don't know if he had it long enough, because to me he got it, but then I kind of looked away, and yeah, we'll see. But anyways, he will be at least 39 plus. They might give him 40. So provisionally they give him 40. I don't know if they'll discuss that or if the other teams will.
So what's making you say that in terms of the plus or not?
Well, he definitely gets a plus. It was whether he gets actually the left-hand control of that hold, because he got it, and then we're watching it live, so it's hard to know how long he had it, but he basically got it and then went to kind of move something, and his left foot immediately slipped. So you would have to look at a replay to basically see, did he get it and then he went to move and slipped, or did he not get it enough and it wouldn't be deemed control?
Yeah.
And if a coach or a team thinks that it's not good enough for control, then they would negative appeal, and then he would be 39 plus. He would still be in first place regardless. And so it's mostly on, well, it's funny actually, he's ahead of a French teammate, so right now the control of the next hold means absolutely nothing. But if someone after gets, I mean, honestly, it probably will never matter, because anyone after that gets also the plus, if they give him control of the next hold, anyone after that gets the plus will be less, whereas if they downgrade him to a 39 plus or whatever that number was, then they tie and they win and count back. So just one of those, like, one of those things that the coaches and the teams need to keep in the back of their minds.
Well, Jessie Pilz from Austria is going. She won the national lead champs, I think it was the 11th time in her career. I saw that,
yep. Yeah, 11th time.
And then Surataman Raku. Now, Surataman Raku qualifying lower down the order than he would expect. And I can confirm this, because I saw him last night in the lift in the hotel. And he was like, oh, it wasn't very good. And I was like, yeah, but Surata, you're still top 10. He was like, yes, but I made lots of mistakes. So he, in his words, wants to have some improvement here. Of course, he got a gold medal in Kachao recently, so he's looking for 2 golds in a row if he possibly can.
Yeah, look at Jessie through the toe hook section. And then just for... Oh, she took her toe actually out a little early. Totally fine though. And for Rosa too, they gave her 36. So there was no plus.
So Jessie gets the clip in. Serato launches nicely through. Jessie gets a little bit of a drop knee to steady herself. She's climbed very quickly up towards that head wall. And then Serato bumps that right hand up. So we know the high foot. Every athlete who's had success has got the high right foot, but it depends if you can get the right foot onto that hold.
Yep. And Jessie is the 8th to last climber out too, so we'll be able to start telling you who's in finals. Or who's guaranteed to be in finals.
Left hand up. She's going to keep the feet low, I think, so we'll have to see if she's got some power left to do this, as she does at the moment.
And then, that's really hard. It's hard. It looked like she got the intermediate and then couldn't move her feet, and so decided instantly to try to go again. And it's, I think, really hard if you don't have your foot up and right.
So Serato and Raku is approaching knee bar territory, and he doesn't need it. He just campuses straight through. Maybe he'll do that secondary knee bar.
And with Jessie falling there, I think it's that's the 32 plus.
33 at the moment.
The 30. No, 30. Yeah, that's the intermediate. Sorry, 33. I think plus actually, but we'll see. But that does put Rosa for a guaranteed finals.
Oh.
Wow, campuses there.
Serato's got a bit of energy left, I think, after that big move.
Yeah.
Good work from him. Into the pinch for Serato. That's the men's scoreboard. So 8th is Pierre in the danger spot with 31 plus at the moment. Men's more separated than the women's, falling at different places. The audience getting behind Serato, one of the favourites for sure. Hits the right hand, little adjustment with the left.
We've seen that move there go with each hand. Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh wow, that actually puts him lower than Victor. 37 plus, I think, for Serato. I think it's 4th. Yeah, so Serato is actually in 4th, which
not guaranteed yet then.
5 left, no, more than that. With 9 left to climb, I don't think that'll be enough. No, wow. I would say right now, even Sam and Philip, Sam maybe enough, Philip also maybe enough, but yeah, obviously with 9 left to climb, a couple to fall for them to make it. But yeah, Serato in 4th. That's tough. Obviously, we'll see, but it's gonna be tough for Serato.
And by the way, I mentioned it earlier, so I'll just finish off the thought. Sasha Lehmann's pip heel was rejected, so he does get the plus rather than being lowered down.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Lucia Tarkas, another Slovenian climber underway.
Yes. Sasha's he was doing the down campus, and they gave him the plus, and then someone thought that he wouldn't get it. Again, it's super hard because forward motion on a down campus is down. Yeah. So that's a weird one.
So Lucia Tarkas beginning things off here. She was in the Inca Chow for boulder, but lead is more of her specialism. And Alberto Gines Lopez, the Spanish star, is walking onto the mat right now, so he'll climb in a couple of seconds. Lucia Tarkas is, you know, such a young climber still. It feels like she's been around on the circuit forever as well, but she's, you know, she's young. She's what?
No, she's young. She's less than 22.
Yeah. So there is Alberto. He was the Eurohodes overall title winner for 2025, but didn't get the gold medal. Got multiple silvers along the way. We were all waiting for that gold, but it didn't quite happen. especially in Madrid. I think the amount of pressure on that man in Madrid was unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, I won the overall too, so the elusive win for Alberto in a World Cup is just it's just a
It's an anomaly.
honestly, it's just a stat.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, but it's one of those things that it does play in his mind. I mean, he
for
knows that he hasn't got a gold yet, and he should have. Not should have, but he's capable of doing it.
well, also, you know, you have an Olympic gold, and it's just it'll just mess with your head.
Yeah.
And he's such a phenomenal athlete that.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the day where it happens, and I strongly believe it will. He's got to get into a finals first of all.
Yep.
Hard climbing ahead of him. Good work from Tsiatakis, making her way through the toe hook section cleanly. Alberto swings loose, gets a high
Doing
heel.
really, really well up high for Lucia.
So Lucia, one final clip, and then we will see how she attempts this crux, this stopper section in the women's route. No idea what the top half is like yet. No one been there.
Resting a little bit right before that final section. And
Ooh.
wow, I'll talk about that after. A little bit different, but really nice.
It's worked for her, and she looks in control, comes up.
Yeah.
I think
Gets the clip too.
and a toe in underneath. That's the goal, and it slopes us
So
a
yeah,
bad.
yeah, and so if she gets the plus here, she'll be in finals, and nice. So she actually now has 36, so she's in the lead. Lead, guaranteed finals. Now a high point on the route.
Just hits the undercling with the left hand.
She's so
Grimacing.
much higher too than Rosa, but another crimp. And then we were told by the route setter that the next hold is only dual text. So let's keep that in mind.
So it might catch you out because she won't know it's coming, and she does fall. But high point for Tsiatakis.
Great
and
climb.
a finals place.
Yes, yeah, she's in the lead, she's in finals. At worst 7th, but regardless, she's in finals with her teammate and sets a new high point on that route.
Alberto Gines Lopez there, and we haven't chatted about him having watched Lucia, but he campuses through one arm on the right hand.
He did that really well, and he's just looking good
Yeah.
on this route.
And that's the scoreboard confirmed. 38 plus leaves her at the top. Down in 8th is Jessie Piltz in the danger spot with 33. Count back making a difference. Alberto, muscles standing up now as he starts to work hard on the crimps. Still smooth, not snatching at holds yet. Sam Avazu leads the way for the men on a 39 plus. Max Berton on 33 plus is in 8th position and in the danger zone.
他获得了3块银牌，3块铜牌，一定是一个非常难熬的赛季。今天卷土重来，看看今天的动作来，这个看好。
Here's where you, yeah, have to get this clip and looking strong through this really hard finishing section.
Head wall time then for Alberto.
Oh, there you go, gets a drop knee like Sam. And that's, I think, 2nd place.
No, first technically on our score. Sorry, it's just flicked up on the big scoreboard, 39 plus.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So yeah, in 1st place because of countback, and obviously I'll get to Ella in just 1 second. But so they did not give Sam that 40, where I said he got it and then his foot slipped, maybe after, maybe at the same time. So I guess they didn't give it to him. I'm curious if they didn't give it to him, and then which means that the French can potentially appeal if they want to. Or if they gave it to him and it's already been appealed and he went down. I actually don't know the difference between that. But with 8 climbers left in the men, it might actually matter. But yeah, just keep that in the back of your minds. And obviously here's Ella from the United States.
I haven't seen any appeals come through for Sam, by the way, so it is. I think it's sticking on 39 plus for him. Yeah, Ella Fisher, one of our newish climbers.
Ella.
that.
Excuse me. And this is her 4th World Series World Cup. I'm gonna get that wrong every time because they're not called World Cups anymore. They're called World Series.
Yes,
but they are the same thing as a World Cup, but they're not called World Cups. Does that mean I've only done 1 World Series?
Yeah. Yes, technically, yes. So they're now World Series, but you have done past World Cups. We can still call them World Cups in the past.
Right, okay.
It's just from now on.
So this was my first
World Series. Exactly. So you're back to being a total newbie again.
Yeah, this is her 4th. And her first semis. And in the last 6 climbers. So yeah, we'll see if we can see how she does.
Yeah, it's good to see new members coming through. And she's doing very well at the moment, up towards the final 1/3 of this route. She hits the left hand. Out, Yurikuza pulls off the ground. He's got some way to go before things get interesting for him. Ella will rest with that nice heel in. We know this position allows you to get something back, but it's the feet and how low they are which has caused lots of problems here. Into the pinch with the left hand. She easily gets the right foot up. Nice work from Ella.
Oh, she's a little bit low. Oh, she gets through it. Oh, she needs a plus off this hold. She needs a plus.
It looked to me like it could be good.
50-50.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
I mean, she's going towards it.
If they give her the plus,
yep,
she's guaranteed finals. If they do not give her the plus, she is in provisional 4 or 5 and is on the bubble of making finals or not.
You would expect potentially an appeal to come through on that one, so we will let you know.
Yes. And that reminds me of the previous climber, Lucia, who on that move didn't get her right foot high, but did a heel, left foot heel, and did like a I don't call it weird, very technical double squeeze to do that move, and then got her foot up, and it just reminded me while we watched
that score is not updated, by the way, on the right, so obviously Ella will be up there into the top 8. Ao Yurikuza, meanwhile, hits the left hand as he approaches the tricky part. Now, a member of this big Japanese squad that come to every World Cup, and not a difficult journey for Team Japan. About an hour 45-minute flight and only an hour time difference, so they are in the same zones. Ao gets that right knee pushed in.
And the scores haven't come through yet for Ella,
no.
Which means they might be talking about it right now. Ah, here comes the next climber, Laura. So.
No, I think it's just not been updated yet.
Well, as Ao just works through this rest right before the down campus. Laura Rugora will start her route.
Yeah, Laura will be about to get underway. There she is, approaching the wall. Ao is almost ready to move forward out of the rest. Comes in underneath.
Provisionally too, Ella did get the plus, which puts her in 3rd place and at worst 8th, so in finals.
Brilliant stuff from her.
And then if a team does think that it wasn't a plus, they'll probably appeal, and then it'll go under review.
I'm actually watching Team USA's coach talk to Ella right now. I think exactly about that. They are looking at phones, updating. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, what a performance. Right, Ao Yurikuza is on the crimps, fighting hard.
Yeah, way up high, yeah. Probably get the last clip from here and into that. Ooh, this. So he's gonna definitely have to get that clip from. There you go.
Yeah, he hadn't got that in yet. He looks in a. Oh, he's breathing hard as he hits the sloper here. And Laura has an awkward high right toe hook in. She's changed her mind now, which I think is smart.
And Ao is trying to figure out what hand to go with, actually. He wants to pogo, I think, but a little pogo. Ah,
missed the hold a bit.
A little.
Yeah, not quite for him. Laura is through the first tricky section for the women. goes Laura now. Endurance queen.
And two, with Al falling there, it does guarantee Alberto finals, unless Sam gets upgraded to 40, but it basically guarantees one of those two in finals with 7 left.
Right, Sean. Plus coming in for Jessie Piltz right now, appeal for a plus. So her team want her to receive a plus to her score.
Okay, and if that goes through, it'll be 33 plus. I don't think that would be enough for finals regardless, with 4 climbers left, but it will move her up from potentially 12th to 10th, which that's an appeal you make if you think you have a plus.
Yeah, every little helps for the world rankings. Of course, the Euro holds overall title on the line, as it is every year. Here's Laura through the toe hook part. I would imagine no issues for Laura up until that head wall section. No one's fallen on this part yet. That'll be precisely with the feet, though. The footholds created by the 2 volumes sandwiched together with just a little ledge to stand on. There is Shion Onmata down on the bottom, having a read of the route. The athletes observed it off air before we started, and it's been quite a while since then. We kicked off at 10:30 here in China, now coming up to 12:30. Shion Onmata underway. Laura approaching the crux. Very, very different positions for both of our athletes here. Laura might fit quite nicely into that box to be able to get that right foot up, if she chooses to. Laura has a think. She looks back and forth. Which method is she going to choose? We know low feet is low percentage. You're so stretched out. It's very powerful. Into the pinch. She's looking at that jib. She wants it. She's going to do something different, though, like almost a drop knee into position.
Yeah, I think it's because she fit into that box really well. She could just, a little drop knee, and she's strong enough on the left arm, too, to just be able to lock it off.
Yeah.
She might even clip from here.
Now she finds the jib, but that was done in a Laura way.
Yep. And basically needs a plus off this one to be in finals. And there you go. So she'll be in finals.
Doesn't like the heel position. Had to change it. She wants the left to sit down on it.
Yeah. She'll have already gotten it. Heel there. There you go. This was like a Lucia, super high. But yeah, she'll be in finals. Now she's just fighting for placement, fighting for that high point. The next one has no text. You can see it. There's a text on the thumb, but no text, basically.
Oh, Laura, and she hits that no text hole well. Are we going to see our first top for the women? Hits the side pull. You've got to match it and then go for the final hold. Here we go. No, not quite for Laura.
Great effort. So obviously into first place.
Yeah, she is down. Our current leader with 4 to go. Laura Rogera, Erin McNeice after this, Annie Sanders, Yanni Gabret and Shikyun So will finish things off for the women. More to go for the men, running slightly slower. And Shion Onmata campusing through. Look at that control. Laura, all smiles, back down on the ground.
The results are showing Ella with a 33, which...
Well, Ella's still not been updated on that score, so guys, ignore that scoreboard on the right-hand side, not there yet.
Yeah, because I was pretty sure Ella had 35 plus to match Oceana, which would put her in at worst 8th, which means Oceana is at worst 9th for finals. But Shion here way up high on his route.
Yeah.
Really focus up on him. And this was the move where we lost the last climber.
Yeah, Xion wrestling, fighting,
Here,
finds
gonna go again.
dip.
Just to hit it. Hard move. The same move. Wow, tough. There is 2 ways to do that move. We've seen it go both ways. But no, that is not going to be enough for finals.
Shionomata bound on the ground. He undoes the rope, and then a huge reaction from one of China's most favorite athletes. Erin McNeice comes out. She's received so many presents over the last week or so from our fans here. Absolutely adored here, and she tends to have performances to match that adoration. So, Erin, she won gold, but she shared it last year with Shea and So on a pretty unique event. It's only happened once before that, in recent memory anyway, and certainly the first time since the scoring systems and the new set of modern rules came in. It was unique. She won't want to do that again.
No, no, no. Also tough, she was 4th and 4th at World Championships in Seoul. So I remember reading after that she felt tired, she said. And I mean, that's hard. That's how many rounds? So that's 6 rounds over. Actually, the days were not too close together. It was actually pretty good for that, but that's a lot of mental stuff going through it, and yeah, hard. So it's crazy because 4th and 4th is still amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, but if you told her, you know, would you like 2 4th medals, she'd be like, absolutely not.
No,
you know?
no.
It's the worst position.
But it's oftentimes too things like that. Assuming she continues and then gets on the podium, she'll look back on it and see it as something to learn from. Yeah, and something that made her the competitor she is in the future.
So Do-Kyun Lee is underway. He was a silver medal in Kerchow. Total all-rounder as well. He was injured at the Olympics in Paris, which was a shame. He had a shoulder injury, which was way more nasty than he sort of let anyone know. But more than capable, this man. Having a little think about this. You don't want to make a mistake down low. Erin McNeice is doing well on the right of your screen.
Yeah, I actually hadn't even thought about that, but we didn't see any man fall below the campus, the down campus, right?
Yep. Which is unusual, because we usually see at least one.
Yeah, one or, yeah. Like, I'd probably fall somewhere in the first 20 moves.
Oh, sure. I very much doubt that.
Yeah, 26 is the lowest, which is the knee bar part.
I think some of this is to do with the style of routes has changed a little bit since that announcement about the Olympics and LA.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, less power, so we see less sort of dangerous moves in terms of falling off down low.
Erin making it through the TOEIC section with relative ease, made it look really good.
Yeah.
Prepping for that harder top section.
Yeah, game on for her near the top. Do-Kyun Lee is okay at the moment. That nice little cross sweep working well for him. Buries the left foot on the jib. Erin just checks the time there, making sure it's okay. So, low feet for Do-Kyun Lee currently, the knee bar coming up. Erin starts to get some encouragement from the crowd. They're sensing, or they know, that this is the hard point. Throws a right hand. Oh, Do-Kyun does not hang around through there.
And he kind of barely got that one, but he'll relax too while we watch Erin at the top of this.
Yeah, didn't really rest very long there, but doesn't. Oh, that heel is risky. Got it the second time. It's right at the back of, almost on his Achilles heel, that move. And Erin is trying to find a rest, pressing herself into the wall here, burying that right heel in.
That's wild. Do-Kyun went all the way back down to the down campus. First time we've seen that. We're gonna get to these hard sections kind of at the same time. Aaron first here. Gets the foot out right. Gets it and gets that. Does that move really well. It needs to do 2 more moves for finals, but is looking good.
The crowd on their feet right now as Aaron makes progress. Do-hyeon as well, keep an eye on him because he's finding a physical part to this route. Aaron wraps a whole arm around for a second there, then changes it to a palm. No text pressing though.
Aaron's in finals for sure.
We know countback is very important at these events. You want to go as high as possible here. Do-hyeon drops, 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. We'll wait and see, and Aaron falls as well.
So yeah, Aaron for sure in finals. I think that puts her in 2nd place. And then for the men, that was actually just below the French climber Victor, which means that Victor stays in 4th with 5 left. So he needs 1 more to fall below him. And he's been waiting for how many athletes? 15 athletes. He got up there before the cleaning.
Long wait for him, isn't it?
Philippe with that is guaranteed finals with a 39 plus. So Philippe, Sam, and Alberto are all in finals now with 5 left to go. And Victor is at worst 9th. So we'll be eagerly awaiting the next 5 hours.
And this was how Erin did it. Very powerful sequence. She found the right foot, trusted it, rocked up. That seems to be the meta for that section, if you can fit into the space. Nice low clip, and then this is, oh yes, look, good shot of that final hole. There's nothing on the left hand.
There you go, yeah.
Oh, there's a kind of underneath.
Upside down, yeah, just a little no text right at the top.
So coming out, Luca Poticha, what a round he had in semi-finals, topping one of the routes. Seemed almost surprised that he'd done so well. So looking pretty loose, isn't he? Looking very chilled as he approaches the wall.
Yeah, he did his first qualifier and felt like he had underperformed. When you go and look back at it, he was still, I think, 13th in the route, so he was totally fine for semifinals. But sometimes it's good to have a little bit of pressure on you for the second, and so he executed the second like his competition was on the line, which, looking back with hindsight as their favor, his competition was not. He didn't need to be too stressed, but sometimes it's nice to have that pressure because he absolutely destroyed his second route, topped it, and is qualified here now in 5th. And it gives him more confidence too now for moving into the semifinal round.
And then Annie Sanders comes up. She was in the finals in Kejiao, won the gold medal actually in Kejiao last year, but lead is where she is her happy place. She's got so much better. And we have an appeal coming through for Ella as well, the USA athlete. I haven't had any updates on that, but we are having...
So that's the one I kind of mentioned before too. So Ella got the plus way up there, and we were wondering, because we said if she gets the plus, she is in at worst 8th. If she doesn't get the plus, then Osh is in 8th. And so I assume it was someone in that 4th, 5th position, most likely I would say Australians, because it makes sense to then go to judges' review to see if that plus was a plus or not.
And Sam Avazu also under appeal as well, so busy time at the moment for our judges who are working hard.
Yeah, I'd say in the appeal for Sam was actually, I believe, will be up by the French to get 40 instead of a 39 plus. Which they're both in finals, so it's a little bit less important, but it would put him above Alberto in the case of countback in finals, as they are both going to finals.
Okay, so we'll keep you updated when we find that out. Annie Sanders makes a little adjustment with the left hand and then finds the crimp up high. So, Luca Potucha is unwinding himself. And Annie Sanders is climbing nicely through the bottom half of the route. A little slower than some who have just stormed through that part, but she's in control.
Oh wow, he clips from here.
Oh, we know that's harder, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hard too. Sometimes when athletes do a clip that's just a little bit harder, it actually just means they're in the zone. Because a lot would grab the hold and say, oh, it's too bad, I'm not going to clip with it. And for someone that's stronger, they just grab and they're like, okay, this is the clip, and they clip it, and then they get to the actual clipping hold, and then they can relax more on the clipping hold.
So the appeals. Ella is being appealed against, so someone doesn't want her to have the plus, and I think Sam is being appealed to upgrade him to 40.
Yeah, yeah. So that checks with kind of what we saw. Sam way up there on the top, where I wondered if he actually got the shoulder, and then his foot slipped. And Ella, if her plus was a plus.
Yeah. So that's the plus situation. That will make quite a big difference.
Yeah, and Luca got through the physical section, basically needs to get through 2 clips and this powerful section, and 2 moves onto the head wall guarantees him a finals place.
So both athletes concentrating hard right now.
Yep. It's the clip shoulder.
Luca Potticello reaching up high. This is a tricky little section coming up for him. Finds the right hand now.
So he needs to do 2 more moves and gets the heels. He's gonna go with the left hand. And he goes down, it goes up with his right. That's a tough one. He had his left heel in, went up with his left hand, and then chose to go back down and go up with his right. And he actually did the move and then slipped off right away. That will put him most likely out of finals, which puts Victor from France in his, I believe, first finals. But we'll talk about that after with Annie getting up in this make or break section, basically.
Oh, she elevates that foot up and finds it nicely. Yeah, it is, you're right, Sean, make or break. Next couple of moves are vital for her.
And 2 more moves and she's in for sure. Looks a little uncomfortable on the next move, but she just needs to match feet. I think she'll be okay. Good. And yeah, it's gonna get the clip. Here and feet up, most likely. Come on, Annie.
Oh, goes up with the left hand rather than the right, and then makes a match. Very Annie Sanders.
I don't know if it's a dual hold, but if it's not a dual hold, she's in finals. If it is a dual hold, she needs to do it with the other. And there you go. So she's guaranteed finals, and then we'll see how she does for ranking in that finals up here at the top.
Okay, undercling then for Annie Sanders. Steps left, crosses through just about with the right hand.
See it? No text next.
So Annie getting very close, gets herself set. Can we see a top here?
Get the match.
Crosses.
Jump for the top. Oh, left foot on's better. Come on.
Oh, she doesn't like it. Yeah, she wants to swap. You're right, Sean. Look at that adjustment. Oh, steps inside flag. Wow.
And then here, jump. Oh, not even a jump. Wow.
Wow, here's going to be our first.
Delicate. Very delicate.
That draw. Good work for Annie. Has a little nod down. She will move forward, currently in the top spot. And by the way, you are correct. It is a guaranteed first final for Victor from France.
Nice. It's funny. I thought it would be a jump at the end, and it looked like the hold was farther away than it was. But obviously, yeah, tough for Annie Sanders. Guaranteed finals.
2 to go for the women. There'll be Yanya and Shem after that, and then Putra Ramadhani is climbing. And we talk about this man a lot, but it's so good to see Indonesia sort of break out of just being amazing speed climbers, sort of perception, and have some really good lead climbers in their squad as well. Annie gets a big reaction, another crowd favourite as she leaves the stage. Job done for Annie. So Putra in and underneath. Some of the athletes awkward down below, but usually manage to deal with it pretty well, as does he. And that crowd cheer you heard was for Janja Garnbret, who's just strode herself onto the mats with some purpose. There she is. Silver medal in Kerchau. Got beaten by Zelia Avazu by just a couple of 0 points. And cameras are out for Janja, but Putra, meanwhile, is fighting his way up into a nice, resting, stretched out left arm position here as he comes in underneath to match with the right hand. Huge crowd roar as Janja gets going now. Yeah, world ranking make a difference in terms of why she's climbing second, because there were a few tops, double tops in quali. Oh, look at that unwind from Putra as well. He's on very thin crimson underneath there. Hits the left hand for Putra, so he's giving himself a fighting chance now as well. He's more than capable of making finals, this man.
Yeah, did one finals last year in Koper. And yeah, looking great on the street here.
Finding a good rest as well. He's got a knee bar on that jib. Oh, sorry, actually above the jib, I think. It was just pressing in. Less of a knee bar, more of a knee scrub. Will Janja spot the toe? No one has made a mistake on that section, or a big mistake anyway.
Yeah, Putra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Climbing quickly, actually. Great in the top section. And then this is the key move.
Oh, Putra falls.
It's the 4th in a row we've seen actually fall on that move.
Yeah.
Which puts Doyun, I think, in.
Yes, we are struggling as much as you guys are with these scores currently, guys, so we are trying to tell you what we can, but we are unaware of what we're being told is correct or not.
Puts Doyun in, and with 3 left, Serato is at worst 1 out. Which brings me back to my comment that I said Serato would not be in. So if 1 more falls below him, he is in. And yeah, that's the 4th in a row to fall on that move.
Yeah, according to the scores I have, he's in 6th with 37 plus at the moment.
And Janja just getting through the Toic section, looking up into this last section.
Yeah, we know what's coming up. Yeah, so that is correct. So 36 plus for Putra in 7th. Luka Potichar with 36 plus is in the danger zone. Aoyuri Kuza in 9th is out. Alberto leads the way with a 39 plus. Count back, making the difference for the top 3. So here is Janja, our main focus of attention as we wait for our next athlete out, who is the Italian, Giovanni Placchi. Let's see what Janja does then. Needs to figure out this move without a mistake. She's going with a right drop knee. We saw Laura try, works better for Janja. And makes the bump work too. Close for Janja then. Janja Garnbret hits the right palm and the arm, trying to put any skin. Oh, just.
She almost fell there.
Yeah, that was as close as it comes.
Stays on. And,
falls. Now, currently she's...
Should be in 3rd. She's Laura passed her as well as Annie.
Yeah, my scores are leaving her
finals.
On 4th at the moment. Yeah, so she's in.
She's in finals. She's provisionally 3rd right now. Tied with...
well, provisionally 2nd, actually.
Yeah.
So, no, we don't think that's right. Nope. We'll see. Sorry about this, guys.
Annie with the top hasn't been updated.
Yes, you're right.
Laura, which had 1 hand on the black, and then Yanya 2 moves below that, going the no-tex. Yanya actually probably has the same score as Lucia, 38 plus. Oh, and Aaron, both with 38.
Well, let's just provision this short at the moment to explain to everyone. Nothing is working with the score, so we are Giovanni is the first to fall, and that was unexpected. We hadn't seen that before. We were talking about the fact no one has fallen low, and he does. Oh, what a shame for him. And he looks like he's got a hole in his shoe. Look at that. Ripped it off, it looks like there. He's looking down at it.
I see that. I am curious if that was from that. Like, what do you, what?
Yeah. I mean, it's unusual that a shoe would do that.
I don't understand. Let's watch this replay.
I mean, maybe there was a hole before, and it's
right there. I don't think it was a hole. I think it was just a little bit of a slip. Obviously.
But it looks to me like when he looks at you, there's a gap on the round at the top and in the middle. So maybe he didn't realise. I don't know. Whatever. An unusual low fall on a route that hasn't seen many low falls.
It's hard too. I mean, even he was moving quickly through there.
Yeah.
A very unexpected fall. With that, Sorato actually makes finals now.
Well, maybe
with 2 left.
A bit lucky for him then. So, but unfortunate for Giovanni Placchi, who.
Well, that's 5 climbers that climbed after Sorato that fell below him, and that was why when he climbed, he said, "I don't think it'll be enough."
Yeah.
And then that's just it's the game. So Sorato provisionally guaranteed at worst 8.
So, world number 1, as the announcer said, Xian Xiu coming on. Gold last year, but shared with Erin McNeese in that unusual moment. Let's see what she can do as she gets going here.
Yeah, so the app, they did update Yanya's to 38 plus, and then the only person that's not updated on the women's side is Annie Sanders, and it says 26.
Yeah, that's an ongoing problem, I'm being told, so ignore that.
So yeah, unless she stepped on a bolt or something low, which we have not heard, she has a top, obviously, and so that'll put everyone just 1 down.
Neo Suzuki coming on then, penultimate athlete for the men. And if you remember last year, he had that incident where he climbed very high and then it was deemed that the rope assisted him, so he had to reclimb, still got the silver medal, and one of the most memorable moments.
Yeah, that was wild. I watched that one, and a very unique situation where there was a down climb and they had already clipped and the belayers weren't belaying properly. But yeah, here we go. And interesting that Sam's score is not yellow anymore, which means the appeal to get him the plus, I believe, failed or was rejected.
Yep.
So he stays with 39 plus. He's still in finals, so it's no big deal, but he will not be ahead of Alberto going into finals.
So, Shaekhyun So has the right toe buried in, now gets 2, doesn't like it, readjusts. Neo Suzuki, meanwhile, is being careful. Everyone's been a little careful on that move as you find the left toe. Steps up high and right, presses in, crosses through.
And the other side, the plus was taken away from Ella, which puts her in 8th. And if Chaeyoon passes that position, Ella's actually out. And then Oceana McKenzie will be last in finals. So that's an update on the women's side.
Yeah. Neo Suzuki comes through. Right heel on, matches that to hand. Shaehyun So comes up. She's approaching the move right now, our last athlete for the women. Neo comes up underneath. He's got this hard part to come. What will Shaehyun So do here? Hits the left hand. She's looking right again. Flicks it on. Toe pressed.
There you go.
Neo drops down, locking off that left arm. Knee bar potentially to come if they need it.
That puts Chaeyoon in finals, which does knock Ella out.
I think Ella might still be under appeal, though. Well, we don't know, Sean, to be honest. This is the problem. So she might be, she might not be. We will have to wait and see, guys. Do keep an eye on the World Climbing Insta and the rest for the updated scores here as Neo unwinds. But look at this from Shaehyun So here. She's got a match, she's got a pop for the top. Only one has done it. Off she goes, not quite. But we think that should be finals.
Yeah, for sure that's in finals. That's it's funny, there's a new way to score like double clutches and triple clutches. I think she actually gets credit for the match and then a plus towards the last hold. It's a weird way of doing it because in the old rules she wouldn't even get a match or a plus. But because she tried to do it as a double, I actually think she'll get basically top minus or whatever the hold is before that as a plus. Is that 41 plus instead of a 40 plus like Laura? Regardless, in finals in second or third, which sets the final stage for the women, pushing Ella to 9th and Oceana McKenzie to 8th.
Now that has theoretically been updated there. The Annie Sanders top didn't come through for a long time, so that is now...
Oh, and this is the move for Neo here.
Correct. Yeah, so this is it, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 moves to be in finals, and this is the move we've been seeing everyone struggle with, and again, it's the 6th person. Which is just not enough now. So Neo is out, which puts whoever was just below Serato, it's Putra. With a count back, Putra is actually in finals now.
Wow, Putra, we said he's Morgan capable, and he was. Brilliant stuff from the Indonesian climber. So just one to go for the men. Satomi Yoshida for Japan will be the final athlete leading us out here. And then tonight will be the finals for the lead. And reminder, tomorrow it's all about speed. A full day dedicated to the fastest climbers on the planet.
Oh, wait. So, I'll talk about it after Chaeyoon, actually. I think I'm wrong with the person in finals, but Chaeyoon for sure is in finals with this. And actually, I believe so many people have fallen on that move. It goes to count back for that move that we just saw Neo fall on. And Neo, in my opinion, got the plus there, so they should give him a plus, and actually that puts him in finals by countback.
Wow.
And obviously Chaeyoon there, you saw the match and then the plus. I'm curious if they give her the match plus, or, but yeah, so Neo here, hopefully they show it all the way to the end, but if he gets a plus on that where he fell, by count back, actually, he makes it, even though he's tied with 4 or 5 other people. With, obviously, one left. Satoni. Oh, for sure, so that's a plus. Wait for that to go through, but... which it puts him actually in finals. Neo.
So Satomi Yoshida, the final athlete out. He's looking strong at the moment. He spends a lot of time climbing outdoors, does this man? But he spent most of his sort of preparation for the season in Innsbruck on those giant walls there. Looked good in quali as well. Very, very flowy. And let's see what he can do here, if he can make his way into the finals, into that top 8. Yeah, I think that is correct. So Luka Potucha is in 8th, 36 plus. That's what?
So I think Luka, so right now they have Neo, so Neo was the last climber to climb, right? Second to last climber there. They have him with 36, but I'm pretty sure he will have 36 plus because he touched the next hold, so I don't know. Anyways, so he should actually make it in 7th, which would put Luka already out, and it would put Putra in 8th, with obviously this last climber to go.
Yeah, again, guys, apologies about this. We're trying our hardest. So, Satomi Yoshida with a high heel. And I love the way he 3-finger drags everything.
Yeah.
Every hold. So rarely does he lock it off. crosses through. All eyes on our final climber here. A nice bubble in the stadium. The athletes milling around their area. Everyone's starting to get their attention on tonight's finals. But Satone will be ignoring everything right now, super focused as our final climber out here. And then launches into the next sequence now. Heel underneath, crosses through onto the crimp. Out he comes, onto the side pull. Will he utilize this knee bar? We haven't seen it sort of really locked in and shaking out for quite a while. Oh, and he is using it. Cool. He will have done this outdoors many, many times.
Yeah, looks pretty comfy in there.
Yes, usually he will have the luxury of having a knee pad, but not in indoor climbing. I love the fact he's an outdoor climber as well. You know, a lot of the athletes are when they can, but he sees outdoor climbing as part of his training.
Nice, nice. Oh yeah, tons of World Series climbers. Tons of indoor climbers, indoor competition climbers love climbing outside.
No, they do, but it's kind of like at some point they turn their attention to plastic, whereas he sort of doesn't.
No, not always. Yeah. It's hard with some of the new generation climbers actually only climb on plastic.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite refreshing because I love climbing outside too. I just don't have enough time for it, or I don't make enough time for it.
Babies tend to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Time. What is time?
What is time anymore? Right, heel hook up. Lovely shots to show how small that is. Changes it into a toe.
And they did change the score for Neo, so he's in finals. And so now to get to finals, he actually just needs to get to that last move that a bunch of the climbers has been falling, and at least touch the one hold over the lip. That blue hold, blue-pink over the lip.
So here we go, this section, and that hold just over the lip. Hasn't made the clip yet.
Right here. There you go. So he's in finals.
And maybe that's the better way, you know.
Yeah, a little heel look.
Yeah.
Instead of the pogo, it looks super comfy. Looks down to check his time. So yeah, that's going to set it for the 8-minute finals. And we'll see if he can go set a high point. Looks comfortable and needs to do 2 more moves with a high point.
Resting, looking good. He might have something in the tank left for the top of our route. We haven't seen many up here.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Probably he'll kick his foot over to that blue. And I'm curious if he gets that little knee drop that Sam got just to kind of get up close at least. Come on, yeah. A little knee drop, a little toe, and there you go. There, high point.
Let's see the top of his head, Will, please. Then left elbow starts to drift up, though. One clip to go, and then a long traverse over to the left. There's the top. Foot on, crimp. Are we going to see our first top for the men's route? A crimp to go, and then a pop and a kick, we think, over to the blue.
Yeah. Wow, he's so much better than the others are at the top here. But
wow, look at that. Satone Yoshida might be on a different level right now, certainly. That is an incredible climb from the Japanese superstar on lead.
Well, yeah, what a finish. He looked so much calmer through that middle section, and yeah, after seeing 5 or 6 of the climbers fall just popping over the lip, that's really, really nice to see from the last climber of the day.
Well, we will hopefully get the scores as we know them in a minute, but just be aware, everyone, we're having issues, so let's see. And of course, appeals do come through afterwards, so we'll let you know. But we should see it on screen in a minute, but we'll just make sure. So Sean, thank you for joining me. I know you were going to be gunning for semis, hopefully at finals.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
No, it was fun. Thanks for having me. It's always interesting watching the difference between semis and finals.
Yeah.
Semis, always the who's going to make it, and then the finals. Oftentimes you have a lot more fun in finals because you've kind of done the hard part. Now it's mostly fun.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so Tony doing a little masterclass on top of this route.
And that was the top. What a performance. I mean, he's head and shoulders above the rest at the moment. The firm favourite for tonight after that performance. As he comes back down to the ground. Right, let's just wait and see. This is as we have it, which is Annie, Chen, Laura, Yanya, Erin, Lucia, Rosa and Osh in the top 8. Ella just missing out on 35, so close to her first finals. Zelia isn't quite going to get a second medal. And as we go down the list, Mia Krampel and Mattia Pozzi will probably be a little disappointed with that performance from them. Work to do as we come into the rest of the rounds. And for the men, Tony, Alberto, Sam, Philip, Victor for the first time, Dokyan Serato and Neo will make up our top 8. Putra close but not quite due to countback. As is Lucas Shion. Ow, you can see that 36 plus was a tricky hold for lots who got to that position. And then coming down into the second half of our field. No real surprises down there in terms. Maybe Max Berton would have liked to have done a little better. He was 15th, and yeah, he was shaking his head after that. Okay, everyone. Well, we will come back later on for the finals here tonight. Thank you to Sean McCall for joining me, Matt Groob here in the commentary box, and congratulations to all the athletes. We will return for finals time later on, where we will crown our champion of Wujiang.